Well. Good evening, afternoon. Good afternoon, everybody. Game time, Brian. What's up? What's up, everybody? Game time, Brian. I'm game time for another week, and then I have the mailman comes back. Yes, I'm game time for another week until the mailman returns. What's going on, Isaac Ramirez? What's up, Dustin Roberts? Hamid? CZ, game time. What's up? Good afternoon, everyone. Go Birds Fantasy Draft Sunday. Yeah, I had one of my drafts, my money league last week. I did okay. And then we got our channel member on Sunday, I think. Loyal Cowboy, what's going on, man? Jojo, how are you? We got the link in the a community tab if anybody wants to join. Hop on in. I know Prime Time is in the studio working hard. I've been running around here doing some stuff, and figured I'd do my lunchtime chat. You know, we're gonna do a lunchtime chitty chat. So I got the limited edition. It's good timing too. Limited edition. Limited edition CeeDee Lamb bobblehead. Yes, it is in the building, people. It is in the building. So what I think I'm going to do is once the season starts, I'm going to either get another container. I'm going to get a roll of green tickets because I got Eagle stuff, to give away too, I got the blue ticket tape. I'll get some green. Maybe I know I'm going to do a jersey giveaway at 50K. I don't know how long it's going to take. Maybe next year sometime. But when I do, I might do a double jersey giveaway, which is a lot. So, but I'll do that. But what I'll do is it's going to be for channel members only. What's up, Timothy Looper? How are you? Game time from the old Well Endowed. I don't know if you're fat, but a Cowboys fan from Terrell, Texas. What's up, Timothy? How are you? Mouse, you're not blocked, brother. I looked. You were just timed out. You were not blocked. I've reached out to Brad. He has ghosted me. So whatever, I'm nothing but nice. And because, whatever, I don't understand. I try and be nice. It's my channel here. I'm trying to keep everybody happy, everybody involved. And he refuses to get back to me. So unfortunately, that sucks. Is what it is. Timothy Looper, Jojo, Mouse, what's going on? Chris Johnson, what's up, my man? How are you, Chris? Raymond Walker, game time. Happy Friday. Yes, it's Friday. What's up, West Virginia country boy? Mike Goldana. We're just sitting here on my lunchtime in the mail truck. Oh, wait. Now, my wife just left to go get her nails done. I just sat down to do some stuff on the computer, and I see we got Chris in the house, and Coyote's in here. What's up, Coyote? Just wanted to shoot the breeze. Talk about what's going on in the NFL or the Cowboys or whatever you guys want to talk about. What's up, Chris? How are you doing? How does everything look?
Pretty good, except for my end.
Really? Well,
I think I'm just having issues with stuff. You know how it goes.
It seems like it's fine on my end, and then all of a sudden, for the most part, it'll say excellent, and then every once in a while, it'll say poor, and then after a little bit, it fixes itself. So I hope everything is okay. We're still going good. So, how's everybody doing? That's the thing. How is everybody doing today? Like I said, we do got the CD bobblehead. We got the Eagle 3D picture frame, stadium logo, Eagles Alley. I don't have a lot of Dallas stuff, but I do got the bobble. What's going on? Now, I realized that why Brad had timed me out was because of Drew, and I caught a stray. Yeah, I told him he could time out people that are calling people names, but just because we disagree, it's not right. They threatened me multiple times to leave the channel, which I don't think is right, man. I mean, I'm nothing but nice, So I hope he comes back. Everybody loves Brad.
Mhm.
So, again, I shouldn't, the idea is to grow the channel. Trust me, if Drew was in here lighting up people and being rude and calling people names, you damn right he would be gone. But that's not what he's doing. Yeah, he's just not. Mouse, that's how he'd be sometimes in other fans chat. It is what it is. I love Brad. He knows it. So
Mhm.
he's contributed a lot to the channel. I've sent him stuff because of everything he's done. So I appreciate Brad. I hope he's.
Yeah,
But
if you ever need to talk, bro, you got my number. So
yeah,
give me a
I
call.
did give him your number. He never texted me back. So I don't know.
And you know,
But
it's even funny. You got the Eagles fans wanting to reach out, talk to him too. So that's
yeah, well, Mark was
Yeah.
even surprised when he talked to Drew after the stream was over. We were still in the Zoom call, and Drew is an unbelievably nice man. He just loves his
yeah.
Eagles. He just loves
Yeah.
his Eagles.
Yeah, this is all about
I
passion
like
between
him.
all
I
our
just don't
teams,
like the
guys.
Eagles.
Yeah, well,
Yeah,
listen, Loyal, it would be like you having a YouTube channel, right? And a lot
Yeah.
of your subscribers being Browns fans. Now, you would have to
Yep.
cover Browns, right? You would know a
Yep.
lot about the Browns because you live there. But at the end of
I
the
probably know more
day,
about the Buckeyes than I would the Browns.
but you know what I mean.
Yeah.
So it's like, it's like, don't start, Timothy. You know what they say, Timothy. Anybody that walks around saying that they're that, it's the opposite. Mouse, Eagles 12-5, Dallas 11-6, Commanders 6-11, Giants 5-12. All right. Okay. All right.
Yeah.
We'll see
Good
about
to have
that.
faith in your team, Mouse. It's good to have that confidence.
Yeah, I made the thumbnail, Mouse. Phil wants me to get my predictions on his timetable. No, it ain't going to be done by tomorrow, Phil. Phil, if you're listening, yeah, I know you're in the studio doing your shit. I haven't had time to. He sent me some plugins, and I got to figure out how to do all that. He likes to send me stuff, and then I got to figure it out. But
Yeah, you guys got Windows, don't you?
yes, why?
So what y'all got?
Well, I'm trying to get a hold of
this?
Streamlabs to tell those little monkeys, hey, will you please make a freaking plugin for Linux? Please.
Oh, okay. Well, maybe
What
you
y'all
can
got
help
planned
me.
this Labor Day weekend?
Me, not much, man. Not much. I'll be here. I don't have any plans to go anywhere.
I was watching college football. Did you see? Did you watch that South Dakota State and Colorado game last night?
No, how did that go?
Yeah.
I seen the last time I seen South Dakota State was actually up. I don't know who won the game, but I seen Shadur Sanders and all them.
Well,
They think
we got
that
the
guy's going to
fair in,
replace
so-
Dak. That's no.
We got the fair in where we're at, so I might go over there later. So
Yeah.
might do some
Timothy, I
stuff
didn't
over there.
get that sort of
Internet?
thing, but I
I'm
can
getting
send.
ready for
No,
this
no, thank
season,
you,
guys.
Timothy. No, thank
ready.
you. Drew told the truth. Mark said every team, new coordinator will struggle except the Cowboys. Hamid, you pick and choose what you want to believe, bro. You only listen with Eagles colored
Oh, Colorado
ears.
won?
Yes,
Okay.
yeah,
That's what
yeah.
everybody's saying in
Yeah.
the chat.
Yeah. I'm sorry. I was texting somebody rude, so I just texted them back. Let's see. Mike Goldan. Yeah, definitely. I'm waiting on a lot. Yeah. I love college football. But yeah, Hamid, you pick and choose what. The difference is Drew also said that the Eagles are going to be good, even though they have two new coordinators. But Dallas,
Well, Mouse, here where I
Dallas is going to
live,
struggle because they got a new coordinator. You can't have
you
it
almost
both
gotta
ways.
like college football and pro because it's more college here than it is pro where I'm at. It's Buckeye country. So
This fly's going to get killed. But yes, so shit, old stream. No, it's excellent. It keeps going and coming.
Yeah, there's a lot of crazy stuff going on with the internet, guys. It's not, I don't think game time, just game time. It's weird stuff going on everywhere. So, hey, what do you guys think about that? With Mr. Watson out of Cleveland, eh? That's going to
Is
be
he?
yeah, that's going to be a heavy hit for their cap.
is
for
he
the next
injured
4
or
years.
they release him?
They released him from what I saw.
No,
What?
no.
They didn't?
There's Drew.
That's
What's
what
up,
I
guys?
thought. I misunderstood what you were saying. So,
I'm gonna check. I'm gonna read that.
yeah, I didn't know what you were saying. He's not released. Where did you
Is
see
he
that?
injured?
No, he's
Oh,
not
shit.
injured.
That's on my phone this morning. I thought they said they released him. Maybe.
No, they would have. That would have made breaking news. I didn't see anything on ESPN.
Who got released?
Nah,
Well,
he
it came
didn't.
on my phone. I thought
No.
Was it on Facebook? If it's Facebook, you know
No,
that's
It
72.9.
wasn't on Facebook. It was on
Yeah, no.
on Yahoo or something. I thought
They just restructured his deal.
Oh well,
They
dude.
You talking
needed
about
to.
Sean-
He ain't doing
Sean
nothing for
Watson?
him. He ain't even playing. He getting all that money. He just sitting.
Who you
I
talking about?
swear, we got a bunch of people online that just
Deshaun Watson
poured a bunch of
restructured his
junk.
deal. That
Yeah,
was,
that was a couple of days ago,
yeah,
right?
I know, but
Okay.
I see
I mean, he
Ayuk
sent me
finally
something,
signed.
and I'm like, yeah, LOL. I thought it was just, I don't know, but I thought I missed something. But and then I thought about it. I'm like, I don't.
Well, I
think
just saw it when I texted it to you. I was like,
okay.
what the hell?
I told y'all that as soon as we signed Lamb, San Fran was high Brandon Ayuk, and they sure as hell did.
Yeah.
They were just waiting to see what he got paid. That's it.
Yeah.
All it is, the waiting game. Everybody wants to see what the other team's going to do before they make an offer to their stars.
I'm sure what's his face over in Cincinnati is about to get signed too because of that.
La Chase,
Yeah,
yeah,
they'll be
he'll
the
be
highest
next.
Mm.
Yeah, next week about Labor Day or after that, he'll start hearing that he'll get
Yeah,
signed.
he'll be the highest paid.
Mm-hmm.
Mark Hudson, good afternoon, game time. What's going on, Mark and crew? Mark, did you get your? Well, I don't know if you got it yet. Did you get the bobblehead? Let me know if you got the bobblehead.
No, Timothy, Dak's not that type of player. He wants to play, and he likes the Cowboys. He's not, he's content. He's, either way it goes, whether he walks at the end of this year, I think he's not going to screw the fans and his teammates over like that.
There's a little contention there now between
What's up,
Dak
Jimbo?
and Jerry.
Well, he just said that he doesn't pay attention to what Jerry Jones says anymore, and you can't pay attention to what Jerry Jones says because every time, how many times did Jerry Jones misbelieve, led us on to believe something? He'll say, remember we thought about Des Bryant? Oh, I thought about Des Bryant while I was taking a shower and blah, 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 and nothing got done. So you can't believe anything Jerry Jones says. It's like Mark said, Stephen Jones, when Catboy speaks, that's the reality. Jerry Jones just likes to stir shit up.
Yeah. Anymore, it seems like, and that's why I got to download that stuff that Phil gave me because it kind of makes the window that I'm sharing 3D and I can move it around, which may not get me monetized. I don't know how Mark does it. Maybe because he's got a separate TV that he's showing a full broadcast of like Stephen A. Smith or something. But
oh damn,
yeah. I mean, I don't know why, but every time I do that, they demonetize it. So whatever. It gets old. But yeah. So
yeah, that's what he said, Coyote.
What's that?
That was true. Jerry, about Des, when he was talking about Des Bryant, he was like, I was thinking about signing him over.
Yeah.
As weird as it sounds, that's the words that came out of his mouth. I don't know why. I don't know what made him
settle down just a little bit.
Okay, Jerry. Mouse, if you finish just screwing up the ankle, there won't be no bag. Well, that's the thing, Timothy. That's what I said. Once Dak, goes out there and lays himself on the line, then, the price goes up. So, but anyway, what I was saying was I was watching Stephen A. Smith this morning on First Take, and him and Bart Scott were going back and forth, basically telling Bart Scott that it could still happen early in the season. And in a way, think about it, guys. Just think about it. We have this tough stretch that most Eagle fans think that we're going to go 2-5 or whatever. If that's the case, then let's be honest. He needs to be better than 2-5, right? With what
you got to win those big games.
So he has to win.
Simple.
It's just one more opportunity. I know it sucks. People go, well, you had him for 8 years. You don't know you don't know him by now. Well, again, I don't think it's fair to say he can't do it. I mean, I don't mind Eagle fans saying, I want to see Dak extended.
Yeah, I'm not saying he can't do it.
Yeah. That's all I want to say. Because when we stop having hope Especially somebody whether he's beaten bad teams, whatever. Somebody he's been very successful. It's just not in the postseason. And if he can get through that stretch 4-2 instead of 2-5, or 4-3 instead of 2-5, that's a huge difference. So maybe they do something in midseason. He's not closing the door. He's not saying, so in that respect, after thinking about it, I don't have a problem with them waiting. I'm just making videos on what I'm hearing or what they think. So
hey, Jeff Lee, what's happening?
Dak is getting paid regardless. I know.
I'm not saying Dak can't do it. I'm just saying that rough stretches like that.
Yeah, you need to be better than 2-5.
Yeah,
well, and that's the way it's always been. You have
to play well against good teams like that in rough stretches. Against good teams like that, Dak doesn't typically play well.
Hey, Stacy, what's up, brother?
Like last year, Dak didn't beat the Miamis. He didn't beat the Buffaloes.
Yeah.
He didn't play well against those teams. He didn't beat the Eagles early. He stepped out of bounds. It was like, Dak didn't do.
We did beat the Lions.
Yeah, and it took 3 tries. The stupid coaching, decision to do that. So it's like Dak doesn't play well against good teams, and you guys get good teams early. So I'm looking at that early stretch, and it's like, man, I'm like, phew. I'm looking at 2-5.
I'm real anxious to see a revamped line, how they do. I mean, I am. I'm really excited to see. I think they're going to be. I think that BB and Guyton are going to be starters and future Pro Bowlers, along with what we have. I'm not trying to get ahead of myself, but I'm thinking we could have one of the best offensive lines in NFL if everything goes away.
Well,
I think it's going to go.
That's a lot. That's saying a lot, bro.
Well, they were rated 15. That's where they were rated, mid-pack. So if we can, that's where they're rated. Pro Football Focus has Eagles 3, Dallas somewhere around 15. So if we can crack the top 10, that's fine. I mean, again,
top 10 with 2 rookies,
dude.
Wow.
I mean, listen, Drew. I hear what you're saying, but everything that you're seeing, albeit, they did it against, let's say Tyler Guyton played the whole game against, and then he played a Max Crosby for the first half, and he held his own. So, we're just kind of, we're just spitballing here. We're not.
One thing I'll say good about
happen.
the Cowboys is you might not agree with everybody that they draft, but they've always been good at drafting offensive linemen.
But I'm not going to guarantee it. I just don't know how you could poo-poo it. Just the same way.
I'm not pooing it. I'm just saying that's a.
Well, top 10 isn't bad. We're ranked 15 now with rookies. And that's just, you know what I'm saying? I think BB's
just asking for a lot.
It is asking for a lot. Left tackle. I think BB is better than Biotish. Washington's already struggling, looking for help at center, and they went out and brought in Biotish. They're understanding what we dealt with. I mean, he's going to be the starter, but they're looking for somebody just in case. So left tackle, I agree. It's been a kind of a revolving door, though. If we can get something average at left tackle, then I think that'll be good. But who knows?
Tyler should have been just a long snapper because he gets blown over too easy.
Yeah, but again, I'm not going to flex it.
I hear you. I mean, I don't.
I'm not flexing. You know me. I don't. I'm just saying if we can be mid-pack on the offensive line, I will say this, Drew. We're going to be way better running the ball this year. I mean, I just know that we are. We didn't hardly run the ball. Pollard had 1,000 yards over 17 games, and it was the ugliest 1,000 yards I've ever. Barely made it over the century mark. Didn't miss a game. Think about that. That's not good. So, I mean, I think that we're going to be a better running team. I just don't know how much we're actually going to run the ball. And I think
Right.
You know,
And McCarthy
I don't
is
want this
not.
to all be about Dallas. We
is-
could talk about everybody,
McCarthy is,
you know. So
McCarthy is not really good. He's not known for
no,
like
he likes
really. He likes to
he
throw.
likes to throw to the backs. He
He's
likes
not going to commit
yeah,
to like really throwing. He's not committing to. He doesn't commit to running the football.
yeah.
McCarthy likes to light it up. You know what I mean?
Like most guys, you know,
You know?
he actually likes to throw to get a lead, then try and coast in the second half running the ball. That's and I don't have a problem with that. Very few teams run. I mean, that's what's going to be so fascinating to watch the Eagles, because, you know, are they, you know, we know Kellen, but how is this Kellen going to be? Is he going to morph into something different? You know.
Well, I think they're going to be able to run. I just don't think some of the running that Kellen does in passing formation looks really match up well.
Yeah,
that's just me. That's just me.
Yeah, I think it's going to be a matchup.
I think Saquon's going to be pretty good actually for him if they keep him
hey, Clemente,
fresh,
how are
you know. So that's just me.
How do you match up? We're going to be a matchup nightmare for teams. You can't double.
We're going to be good. It's just Kellen. If you go back and kind of look at like our plays or just our running game in general for the last couple of years he was here, well, there were technical things we were doing wrong. Like you got one guy like Tony Pollard, you're running him up the middle most of the time when you should be an outside guy, and you got Zeke that you should be running up the middle, and you're trying to go outside with Zeke, which you used to when he was in the league earlier. There's just certain things doing that wrong that way. It's just when you look, if you go back and look at some tape and you see that, you'll notice that. Can it be corrected? Yeah, because you have a running quarterback, which can actually take that load off in certain ways.
Guess where Noah Brown's going?
Where's he going?
Left hand up.
Washington Commandos. That's for special teams. Yeah, that's for special
quarterback's
teams.
The
game is going to be, I think we better find us a better number 2. I don't think that. I mean, I understand what you're saying, but again, we're probably below average, but they're not going to run the ball that much. They're just running enough to not make you play the run, or they're going to try and run enough to make you have to put a guy in a box every now and again. And if not, that's why I think we're going to have success running, because I don't think a lot of people will. You got to burn a team and show them that you're capable of running before they're going to bring another guy down. You bring another guy down, now Brandon Cooks is you know what I mean? It just makes it that much easier for guys. So we don't have 2 number 1 receivers out there. So thanks, Mark Hudson.
What's up with Cooks in his knees, man? Is he?
Yeah, it's just a veteran. He's had from what I could tell, he's had a great preseason. So very explosive, and at least from what I can see, like in practices, he's really getting behind the defense. I mean, him and Dak. Like I said, they kind of didn't get off to the best of starts last year. It took a while, but then he was coming on. So if they could pick up where they left off, then we'll see. I'm more kind of worried about because I like the unknown with some of the young guys. Like, I don't know how much respect that Jalen Tolbert's going to get. I don't know how much respect Jalen Brooks is going to get. So I think they can do some damage. Assuming they can get on the field. I'm still hoping we run 12 personnel.
I think we will, especially in this
really
first
what
game.
I want to do.
Because Hamid is in here saying who's going to stop Myles Garrett. Well, let me tell you something. Running against him helps, but also having somebody on Guyton's other side at tight end or another guy
probably
coming out.
They'll have him and Tyler Smith probably double team Myles Garrett. I mean, Guyton and Tyler Smith.
I'm just ready to go, but I don't like the Brazil game.
They'll give him help early. That's what I see.
Rob A sent me a picture. Eagles are going with black pants, black helmet,
with the white stripe,
white shirt with black numbers. I think it's black numbers.
Black stripe on the pants.
Yeah.
I love it.
Or it's a white stripe on the pants. Black with white stripe, I thought.
Yeah, white stripe.
Yeah.
I love the color scheme.
Yeah. I just, again, I've never been a bit. I mean, I like every once in a while it's fine. I know Eagles fans like the black. I don't really like. I told when me and Phil we used to talk about changing up the logos. I don't really want a black helmet, but I see it does look menacing, so that's cool. I'm just ready to go, but I don't like this Brazil game. Yeah, I read that. Mark Hudson, after week 2, they will trade Dalvin Cook for Deuce or Zeke. The elephant in the room, Mark Hudson, is that Dalvin Cook, Rico Dowdle, they're all better than Zeke Elliott. Dalvin Cook's better than Zeke Elliott. Zeke has a place on the team, but it shouldn't be as a feature.
Do the right thing and let him retire a Cowboy.
Dalvin,
but his better days
you got to throw away. He was not Dalvin.
But I don't see much difference between the two.
Well,
I don't know. I just think Zeke is washed, but Zeke can get you 2 yards. Like what I like it for is pass pro, throwing the ball out of the backfield on third down.
But people don't like to.
That's fine.
People always want to dog Zeke though because he's played through injuries, man. I mean, when's the last time you seen Zeke?
Yeah, I know.
Actually,
that too. That was.
The problem is with Dak. Dak with Dalvin and Zeke. Dalvin has a better chance, but Zeke, he's not taking it to the house. They don't have a running back who runs higher than a 4 or lower than a 4.5. So, nobody is running away from anybody. Rico Dowdle is probably the most explosive, and but even him, he's not like early on Zeke. I agree. Dalvin had a really bad shoulder last year, and he had to have off-season shoulder surgery. He said he's felt good now by not playing. Sometimes these veterans need that. Just think. Dalvin Cook has 600 less touches than Zeke Elliott, and they're the same age. They're literally a couple weeks apart. They came in the league the same time. That's how much less wear and tear. That's like that's almost. Well, I don't. It didn't say carries; it said touches. So that's a lot.
Didn't Dalvin blow out his ACL one year? Though?
I'm not sure about that, but I know he's had some issues and shit. He went to the Jets and it didn't seem like anybody. I mean, the Jets. I don't know what's going on with the Jets. They trade for Hassan Reddick, and then they're not going to give him money. It makes no sense. They got 4 running backs. I was hoping they were going to release Abanikanda. They didn't.
They're not going to do that.
Yeah, but he's their number 3 or 4 running back. So it's kind of like, they got Breeze Hall. What, are you sick, Drew, or is it allergies?
Allergies.
Yeah, I know. Mine's starting. Game time, Brian. Will Jerry interfere with the offense playing Lance or run situations? Clemente, that's a good question. What's your guys' thought? Yeah, I was going to say that, but go ahead.
At this point, I wouldn't doubt Jerry
I'd like
Woods
to see him.
Only way Lance is going to see the field is we got a huge lead on somebody. I don't think they're going to bring him out.
I can see it now. The 2 quarterback set.
Oh my gosh.
Dak takes the handoff. He pitches it to Trey
It'll be
Lance.
something stupid like you have Brock Hoffman and Brock Hoffman and the Juggernaut next to each other.
And then they're both going around the end, Chris May. And then he goes to pitch the ball, and they both blow their ACLs because it's a stupid frigging call. I can see that. I could just see. I'm not wishing. I'm making a joke, people. So nobody.
And Brian,
can we have a flea flicker this year, please?
Stop the stream.
Well,
Brian would have to stop the stream.
I'm not like I used to be, man. Years ago. Now I'm expecting the worst. So, I hold my breath.
A flea flicker now and then.
Coyote says we won't run much, but it would be nice if we could get some kind of run. I think we're gonna. Coyote, don't say that word. Don't say playoffs. Playoffs. Don't say it. Don't say playoffs.
Where's more at?
I think the best thing is to establish a run game. But see that I agree with you, Brian. If you establish a run game, that would be the best thing for BB and for Guyton.
Right. That's all I'm saying. It don't have to be elite.
But I don't know if that's what
Willie D.
I don't know if that's what McCarthy is going to do.
Well, here's the deal.
That's the thing, though. You know what I mean?
Win.
That's
Drew, he's got to win.
But But that's not what not what his philosophy is built on. Dak is not going to always hand out. He's gonna air it out.
No,
man.
they're going to make their big plays running the ball. I mean, throwing the ball. I get you, but I mean, there is a happy medium. I've seen series where they're going to run, punt, run. What I'm saying is, with this, I think this year is going to be better. So you may run, get a first down, and then maybe you may see some more runs at the end of the day. I don't believe it'll be a run-heavy offense. Just like I've been dying for 12 personnel, because look what the Kansas City Chiefs keep winning Super Bowls, and they're killing it running 12 personnel. That's what you got to do sometimes,
But you have a Hall of Fame tight end.
I know. Well, we got Ferguson. He's not Hall of Fame, but he's top 15.
Ferguson has been holding his own, though.
Yeah, he's pretty good. So
he's been holding his own.
I'm just saying, we have John Stevens this year, Drew. You don't know much about him, but he was like one of the best players in training camp last year before he tore his ACL. He's back. He's a 6'6.5", 6'7", basically receiver playing the tight end position. So it adds a little bit of. I just think it takes pressure, Drew. That's where I'm getting at. It takes pressure off of everybody. If you go 12 personnel, you can run the ball better out of 12. You can throw the ball just based on the defense of what they have to do. Dallas has always been successful. They just don't want to run it. If you have, that's one of our strong suits. I think people are going to see. Schoonmaker, he actually had 2 good games in the preseason. If he could stay healthy, and I know that's a big if. Now you have 2 good blockers on the field. We'll see. I mean, it's just like Cowboy fans, things that we want to see. How are you, Brian, and Cowboys Nation? What's up, Michael Haba? How are you, brother? I think we need tight end to line up in front of the running back. Well, that's an H-back. That's what you're going to see Hunter Lepke be doing. But again, I'm just saying at the beginning of the year, get 2 tight ends on the field against those really rough defenses. I mean, we started out with arguably the best defense in the league. That'll be interesting. Let me ask Drew a question. If Dallas,
it's going to be very interesting.
If Dallas keeps it to within a field goal game in Cleveland, let's say they lose, last second field goal, 23-20, whatever, something like that, nothing ridiculous. What would you think? I mean, a loss is a loss. It don't matter, or wow, okay, Guyton didn't.
No, I think. No, I think it'll be a close game with Cleveland. I think it'll be a close game.
But I mean, think about it though. You just said it. We got 2 rookie offensive linemen, and you would expect them to have
those first games, those early games, like the first 2 to 3 games of the season,
ugly, right?
Those are like preseason games. You know what I mean?
They're rust
That's
games.
why, like the Green Bay game is kind of like. It's kind of like a toss-up game to me. And the fact that it's in Brazil is even more of a toss-up game to me. And it's like, it sucks because they're taking away a home game from us.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It really sucks. Like, they're taking away a home game from us. We're playing in Brazil, and it's like, it's not fair to the fan base. It should have been an AFC.
I agree with that. That's ridiculous.
That should have been the Cleveland game. It really should have been a Cleveland game. You know what I mean? So, I mean, even if we lose that game, I still see the Eagles winning I still see us winning 11, 12 games. I have us winning 12 games. But that sucks. That sucks.
Yeah, I don't like it because it's an Eagle home game, And I'm not trying to be rude here. Again, we get caught up in Dallas Eagles hate. I get it, people. And a lot of people like that shit. You go on certain channels and people eat that up, and they just want to be able to go into somebody's channel and be rude as hell and keep spamming the same BS. I like when Brad blocks that type of shit because I'm not here for that. But I will say, I don't think it's fair. I think these road games, I'm sorry, but I think these road international games, that team that takes the home field should be one of these teams that don't have a real long history fan base. It should be the Jaguars, who can't sell out their own stadium.
I agree. I agree.
I don't know who else we could throw in that mix. Maybe the Arizona Cardinals. Let's face it, Arizona Cardinals are fleeting. Even the Los Angeles Rams. Dallas plays in L.A. There's more Cowboys fans than the Rams.
Same when the Eagles play in Rams.
Yeah,
just create a world league. You get what I'm saying? Create a world league.
Tommy, I know Jacksonville does it a lot. I know. Raiders have a good fan base, but Tommy, I agree, because they are now in Las Vegas, and there's a big, let's face it, it's a bunch of transplants now. So people are visiting, going to a Raider game. But I mean, it's still pretty nasty. But I don't know, what other teams would fall into that category? Maybe Carolina, maybe.
Oh yeah, for sure, Carolina.
Maybe Houston, maybe the Houston Texans. They're rather new.
Definitely Houston.
You know what I mean?
Sure.
Like, I would stay away from New York Giants, Dallas, Eagles, Washington.
Pittsburgh.
Even though Washington might want to do it because they don't have much of a home field, but now it's getting better.
Right.
You know what I mean? Niners, you don't want to send over there as I know, Tommy, but. Well, Houston has no hype. Houston is hype. Well, I think I'm just talking about from a revenue standpoint for the home field. I mean, let's face it, Eagles, the waiting list to be a season ticket holder is like 20 years long in Philly.
Holy crap, bro.
So
Michael Harbaugh, the last time Dallas played overseas, they played Jacksonville.
I'll be right back, guys. Just handle the chat. I got to go.
That was when a matter of fact, when we signed who was it? Hearns?
Oh, Alan Hearns.
Alan Hearns. That's the last time we played overseas. We played Jacksonville.
Yeah, I remember
that.
Man,
that was
a couple years ago.
That was like 2010?
Yeah, it was a while back. That was a while back.
Yeah, that was a minute.
Yeah, Jerry ain't giving up. Jerry ain't gonna let that happen. He ain't giving up no home games.
Yeah, that sucks, bro. Like I that sucks. I don't like that. Like I don't want us to go. I don't even want us to be on Hard Knocks. I don't want any of that crap.
Yeah, that's just a distraction to me. But you
I
know,
don't want it.
Yeah, that sucks for your fan base because they miss out on one game that they could have went to. That somebody's never been to. That does suck.
Yeah, I don't like it.
And a 20-year waiting list? You got to be kidding me, dude.
Oh yeah.
Holy hell.
The waiting list is ridiculous.
Man, I'm just glad football's back, man.
Oh, me too.
So am I, man.
I get so tired of my wife. All she wants to do is watch freaking America's Got Talent. I'm so tired of watching that. I want to watch Monday night football, some Sunday night football.
I want to see some hitting.
Yeah.
Thursday.
Something.
Dude, I took my wife
November to be hitting weather. Nice cold hitting weather.
I took my wife to her first football game. It was the year the Eagles won the Super Bowl. I took her to Home Depot Stadium, the Chargers and the Eagles, right? And so we're pulling up, and all we see are a sea of Eagles. And she couldn't believe it, right? And so the stadium was like, it was like 70-30 Eagles fans. And so she turns and she's like, you know what? I thought you were the only crazy Eagles fan. I was like, I told you it wasn't just me. And so she was finally convinced, like, you know what? All these years I thought it was you. You were just like the only crazy Eagles fan. I was like, no, I told you it wasn't just me. So now she knows, like, you know, she's like, damn, I thought all these years it was just you. Like, nope. There's millions of us out here. So now that in fact, when the screenshot that you see of me and her, that was us at that actual stadium. So yeah.
I guarantee you that when I go to the Cleveland game, it'll probably be 50-50. There'll be 50% Cowboys fans and 50% Browns fans there.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, last time I went there, it was like more Cowboys fans than there was Browns fans. I was shocked. Because Cleveland has a good fan base.
Yeah, Cleveland has a great fan base. But every time I go to the Rams game, it's like 60-40 Eagles fans. 60-40. They always take over. Like at the that game where Carson Wentz got hurt.
Oh, I'm muted. I'm trying to talk, and I'm muted the whole time.
Yeah, that
Idiot.
game where Carson got hurt, it was like 60-40 Eagles fan. My buddy was there. He was like, dude, you guys should go over the stadium. It was ridiculous.
Yeah.
I think Dallas, Pittsburgh, and Eagles.
Travel.
I think Dallas, Pittsburgh, Eagles travel best. I don't think
Green Bay has a good fan.
Green Bay, San Fran.
I think Raiders.
Raiders.
Those are the best. Those are the best fans that travel the best.
Mark Hudson, game time. You're supposed to mute them, not I know. I'm an idiot, Mark Hudson. The big issue for the boys, if it don't matter if we're 12-5 or 5-12, it's business, and Dallas is good for business. Yeah, Stacy, exactly. It doesn't matter. NFL, if Dallas is bad, they'll use them to crap on them. If they're good, after a month of football, they'll anoint them to a Super Bowl contender, which I hate because
I don't like that.
It just they can't handle it. Like Mark always says, they can't handle good things. They cannot. But there's a question for Drew. I'm going to give it to Drew.
Shoot.
I'm going to find it. Basically, they're saying, I know the answer, but I don't always feel comfortable. When I have Eagle people in here, I'll let them answer. What's your thought on James Bradbury? Is it a big loss? I'm trying to find out who said it.
Not a loss at all.
No loss at all.
Not a loss at all.
I know Philly 500 is probably happy.
Roberts, that's it. Dustin, big loss to James Bradbury.
He's not even hurt, bro.
Here, I don't know if he's hurt.
Billy 500's happy though, probably.
Here's the deal. I think it's good for the Eagles because unlike Drew, I do think that the division is going to stay relatively close for that. I mean, Dallas has a rough part of the schedule, but I think they're going to be within a game or two. I really do. So, I'm talking after 6-8 games. They're going to be within a couple games. They're not going to be that much. I actually think they're going to do half decent. So, I think it gives them a chance, kind of like it gives a Carson for the Cowboys a chance to. He was already going to be our fourth guy. Now he's elevated. Right. That's how it works. So now it's going to.
I agree.
He might be better off in the long run. Maybe we'll lose a game we should win, or that we would have won. Maybe we would beat Cleveland in a close game if we had Bland. Now that we don't, maybe we'll give up that play at the end of the game and we'll lose it. But that might help us and pay us dividends down the road. Kind of like
I think they put
Kenyon Mitchell, and I think throwing Cooper DeJean in there could only help.
I was just going to say, I think they put Bradbury on ice to give Cooper DeJean some reps. Because I don't think we were really. I know we want to give our young players reps. It's important. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I don't think we were relying on them too much. Like, I know Quinyon Mitchell is going to start at the. They're going to start him at the nickel position, right? And I think that's really good. And I think he'll probably see some reps at corner at sometimes, depending on like what position, what kind of what type of what they're playing. But I think they put him on ice just to give Cooper some give him some reps at safety.
That's how you gotta look at it. V. Stradamus, the Bradbury injury gives rookies a chance. Yeah, that's what it's.
Yeah, I'm good, man. Yeah, put him on ice, man. Put Bradbury.
Listen, that whole rumor is Bradbury, and that. Listen, I don't buy it. Oh, Phil just texted me. Eric Scott was already released by the Chiefs, so he's back out there. I wonder if Dallas
is he a corner?
Yeah, he's a corner. We cut him, but I don't know if they wanted to bring him back to the practice squad. But he's already back. He's of the Chiefs.
Why did you guys let what's his Woods? What's the kid name?
Julius.
Why did you guys let him go, man?
Well, again, what should have happened was they should have kept him and cut C.J. Goodwin, who's 37 years old, and then brought him in to the practice squad. Nobody was going to sign CJ. I understand he's your special teams ace, but he could always say, I'm going to retire. And nobody's going to pick up CJ Goodwin. That was my issue all along. But maybe they didn't like him. He was our 54th guy, supposedly. But he's a young guy. Why wouldn't you like him? But again, I would say this, Drew. He wasn't playing anytime soon. So if he becomes a Pro Bowler, it's going to hurt because you know how this league is. 3 years from now is a lifetime. So if he's really good, then, yeah, it'll hurt. But I like the fact that they're willing to move on from a draft pick rather than keep a guy. You know, last year we kept a couple guys like Justin Rogers. They cut Justin Rogers. He was a 7th-round nose tackle this year. And they didn't bring him back to the practice squad. But, so, you know, I like that. If you make a mistake, you're not going to hit on every – I just don't want them to keep him because, he's our draft pick. You know how that goes. So, I agree. Dustin was just talking in general. Read that. No pass rush, no linebackers, spotty secondary equals 9 and 8. Who we talking about? Us, Dustin, the Cowboys? I think you're a Cowboy fan, Dustin. Roberts. Any thoughts of Hurts' comments about Kelsey slowing his progression? I thought it was a huge lack of accountability. Jimbo. So Eagle fan Jimbo.
No, somebody's listening. Somebody's listening to WIP too much. Clickbait. No, he's just saying that, like, Kelsey was doing most of the. What do you call it? Like the when it comes to changing the plays, when it comes to blitzing.
Right.
So now all of that's going to fall on Hurts now. So Hurts is going to become changing the plays when it comes to blitzing. Yeah, so that's on him now. Now that Kelsey's gone, it's on him. So that's all he's saying.
Okay.
Hurts just has to do a better job of phrasing his words better now. So
honestly, I think both are very good, but we'll take Hurts in preseason in pressure situations. Philly D. Honestly, I think both are. I guess we're talking Dak versus Jalen. Yeah, I'm not going there. Dak's 2017 first half of the season wasn't good, but he completely balled the second half. First year he was a rookie of the year, MVP contender. Yeah, Coyote, he's had great moments, just not in the playoffs. So until he does, and that's one thing I'll agree with Bart Scott, until he does, that's going to be Dak. That's what I'll say about the whole Dak BS. Stop it with it's a team game in a playoffs because every once in a while you need your you need your quarterback to elevate sometimes. You just have to. I'm a Dak supporter, but sometimes you got to elevate. But game time, a lot of stars on my shoulders, and I name my sons Dallas and my dog Roma. I'm always riding with the boys. There you go, Dustin. There you go.
Hey, before I go, I got to ask you guys this.
Okay.
So you guys think that you guys say Dallas is going to be better this year, better than last year.
Well,
right?
I said their defense will be better. Yes.
Oh, okay. All right. Thanks for clarity. All right. But Loyal, do you think
we're not winning 12 games? I already told you that.
So. Okay. But Lloyd, do you think the team is going to be better or just the defense is going to be better?
I think the team will be better. I mean, our record might not show
that's
it, but
what I was going to say.
I think in the long run, I think in the long haul we'll be
worst
better.
record. I think
I can see us getting farther in the playoffs.
You got to realize we might
start off kind of shaky. I'm not going to guarantee we're going to be 12-5 and have the best record, but I think
we know what happened last year, Drew, right? We already know what happened last year. We choked in the playoffs. So you tell me we're going to be better? I think we can get to the same spot and actually win a game. But I know that.
No, not that. No,
just
not
like,
that.
Like better. I think offensively, we're better. I think defensively, we're better, but we have a way harder schedule. So that may be 1 or 2 games less and wins.
Right.
That's what that tells me.
Okay, that's fair. That's fair.
I'm only being honest with you. And you go, oh, well, you're couching it. No, I'm really not. I think we're a better team.
No.
I think you learned from the year before. I really do.
I think we'll be more gritty. I mean, last year we were finesse. And it showed against Green Bay. We were very finessing that game.
I respect that. Because Mark did a whole video like, I'm going to tell you why we're going to be better. because I want to challenge Mark on his video tonight and say, well, if you think you're going to be better, then I want you to do a video saying that instead of 12 wins, I want you to put out there you're going to win 14 games.
No. We all know how the NFL works. NFL works. Right. Just look at the damn Washington Commanders won a division at 7-9. They're technically the division winners. Bottom line is they were a horrible football team. So, and this was a few years ago. So, well, yeah, whatever. Right. We all know Dallas had a real easy schedule. They won, 12 games. Let's just keep it. Everybody needs to be honest. It was an easy schedule. They didn't have any significant wins. The only wins they had last year that were nice was the Eagle win, 31-13. Who else, Loyal? Who else?
Lions.
The Lions, but again, that could have went. They almost crapped that game away. Dallas was leading it.
They did,
and then they almost choked it away in the last 5 minutes. So
Seattle was a decent win for us.
Seattle was a good win.
Yeah. They're about mid-pack.
But, I mean, I would say the Eagles. I mean, you would have to look at the playoff teams, right? So who do we beat that were playoff teams?
Seattle.
Lions.
Detroit.
Yeah, so I would say the Eagle game was the most impressive win. The Lions game wasn't that impressive. That play that Dak made, let's face it, I mean, that was an incredible play where he gets out of the end zone, he breaks through a sack.
Three kind of shot themselves in the foot.
Yeah, and he just throws it up for grabs, and he hits him wide open. That was great. I think it's all about schedule. I think the Eagles' schedule is a little easier than theirs was last year. Why? Because they were coming off a division.
Hey, Jacob, number 2. The reason why we beat the Lions beat themselves. Yeah, because they had the opportunity there. When the ref said this is their guy is going to be an eligible receiver, the Lions had every opportunity to go to the refs and say no, call the timeout and say this is going to be the eligible receiver. Yeah. So everybody's saying that we got lucky. You don't know. I mean, we could had we known that other guy.
Dallas.
Had we known the other guy was going to be the eligible receiver, who's to say we wouldn't have covered him?
Dallas covered the guy that the
referee said was going to be the eligible receiver.
This guy
the game management at the end of that game was poor in that game.
And
we were passing on a first down when we could have ran that ball out, just ran down that time, and they never could have got down there if we would have done that.
That was on Detroit. What's up, Walker?
That was on McCarthy himself. He passed first and second and third. Well, you have to now at third, but man, a 40-second play clock.
All right, guys, I got to go to work.
All right, man. Have a good night.
All right, take it easy. Have a good weekend.
We'll talk to you.
Later, Drew.
Refs don't want to mess up. The Lion didn't make sure he was announced. Yeah. I don't know what happened. I think it was probably the ref's fault, but that's not the Cowboys' fault because, like I said, the ref told Dallas who was eligible and they blocked him or they covered him. That's all you need to know. If they would have said, well, then the guy who caught the touchdown that got overturned was eligible, they would have covered him. Most teams cover that guy. That's why you don't see that work too often.
With the technology we have now, you think we wouldn't need refs. Just put a bunch of big guys out there, bouncers to keep everything aligned and let everything be done. We got instant replay. What the heck, dude? I mean,
fucking internet sucks.
The damn freaking stupid ref getting in the way of Dak in that 49er game. That was kind of.
I heard somebody was saying, I don't know if it's in NFL and college football, but I heard they're going to start have cameras where the players are in the huddle now. That's going to be interesting to see.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I don't know if it's in the NFL, though. I know it's in college because of all the stuff that went down with Michigan last year. They said they were stealing play calls and stuff like that. So that's going to be real interesting.
Interesting.
If you ain't cheating, you ain't trying to win.
Right.
I see what I'm saying.
Yeah, if you ain't cheating, you ain't trying.
Yep, that's how it is. Leo, how you all feeling about your 53? Do you have the link, Chris? Hey, Chris, why don't you put the link in the chat for me? If you can.
Find it.
Leo, if you want to join, anybody else wants to join, has a webcam, we're going to. My internet's not the best, so I don't know why, but I'm sorry, everybody.
Hell, no one talks about the Ice Bowl, how the Green Bay Packers at halftime went to the shoe store and got all them tennis shoes for their players.
Oh, yeah.
The Dallas Cowboys
Curtis,
were
how are you,
screwed.
brother?
Yeah, they're sliding
my
all over
dog
the damn
out.
place in that game. I
Yeah,
remember that.
let's screw the Cowboys. We'll go and get all of our team and all of our players tennis shoes to run on this ice.
I'm texting my kid to feed the dog.
Maybe Ice Bowl's different if the Cowboys win that game.
Yeah, right.
Instead of the Lombardi Trophy, maybe it's called the Landry Trophy.
Ooh. Did you watch The Big Blue, Wade? The latest installment. It was released, I think, this morning or last night. If anybody gets a chance, it's on DallasCowboys.com. You know how they do they always do what do they call
motivation kind of preseason video or like
it was let me go look at it because now it's annoying me. They do it like those series of videos. Let's see, boom, boom, boom. Pods. Let's see here. I forget what it's called. I got to go to their YouTube channel.
There you go.
Anyway, it's like, they did one on the Hall of Famer, Rayfield Ray. They did one. Yeah, they do these videos every year, usually 3 or 4. It's usually like 4 videos that they do. Well, they did one this morning, and it covered all the quarterbacks of the Cowboys. It went through the whole Tom Landry hiring of Jerry. Jerry literally came out 2 days later, said he handled it bad. Jimmy Johnson. I mean, it's cool because it goes through the whole process of the quarterbacks throughout the years, so it was neat. So, guys, I will definitely be a Packers fan come next week when they play the Eagles. Dustin Bosley.
Did they have Bernie Kosar in that?
Well, they didn't, but they
came in for a couple games. I know that.
Nick Eatman said a few times about basically saying, after Aikman retired, they had Aikman on the sideline freaking out, saying, "This is ridiculous." I mean, like you've seen the video when Barry Switzer was coaching and there was no accountability.
Yeah. Aikman was taking a lot, and he was like, "Dude, I gotta be literally Aikman." Everyone gives Aikman shit. That dude was a coach on the field.
Yes,
he was a
indeed.
field general. He was a tough player. Like he was out there, like having to coach these players their own jobs. Like, hey, you're supposed to do this. You're supposed to do that. He got tired of that shit.
Mm-hmm.
Anybody wants to hop in? I'm going to pin it at the top. I just clicked it like an idiot.
And he even said that. That's why I retired, because I felt like the organization didn't care, period. That's why I retired.
There's the channel member Zoom call if anybody wants to hop in and get a taste of what it's like to be a channel member. Just one of the takes. Game time, Brenton is messing up. Yeah, Michael Dana, I know. I know it is. Like, we're going to get through this stream. So it gets good, then it goes bad, then it gets good, then it goes bad. It is what it is. Right now it's good. It says excellent once everybody drops off. But
all right, and let me ask you, are you connected through Ethernet to your internet or Wi-Fi?
Wi-Fi.
So I was saying run an Ethernet down there.
did, but it was giving me more problems because...
Oh,
really?
Okay.
Wow. That's usually a better connection doing it that way.
Yeah, it's
Unless
solid.
you have something disrupting your cable that's around it, maybe.
I have
Oh.
I have landlines, and I have to restart every once in a while. I got me, my wife. We have the best internet we could buy. It's through our local cable. But I was having a lot of problems. It's a lot better now. The Wi-Fi is really good. So, again, everybody, we are about $53 away to be able to give away the bobblehead. So,
I always wondered that. I was going to say, Brian, Aikman, what he retired in, was it 2000?
Hey, not much. How you guys doing?
Or 2000, 2001. I think it was.
We about to get high.
I think it was 2000. I think.
Yeah, I think you're right.
So what? That was his 11th season in the NFL.
Yeah,
he's like in his early 30s. Then, like like Aikman, what happens if he stays?
I thought he retired because he had got too many concussions.
Now he had a back issue, but he said he didn't feel like going. He was old school. You would have thought that the Cowboys would have loved and respected the guy like that, but he was getting beat up, and
he said he didn't feel like the organization cared.
Yeah, they didn't care about winning. They had already won their 3 Super Bowls, right? They already had their
What's up, Curtis?
And now that's what I was telling you, Wade, that I think they kind of turned the page of, okay, we bought the NFL franchise. Check. I was able to do it. This is Jerry Jones. We were able to win with Jimmy and then again without Jimmy, even though everybody knows that it was all Jimmy. Check. Now it's let's grow the business. And I think ever since then, they growed that thing to over a $10 billion organization. And now they need to get back to the winning, but it's not that easy. You just can't flip a switch and go, we want to win Super Bowls again. It's not how it walks. Philly D, what's up? Shout out to you.
Yeah,
Walker Wade, history question. What's team beat Lombardi in a championship game?
What team?
Probably the Birds.
Come on now, the Eagles.
Oh my gosh.
Of course. We already know that, Philly D.
Probably Philly.
I think Cleveland did.
Let me guess.
I think so, yeah.
Yeah. The
Not
Eagles.
the Cowboys.
we had that problem. That thing
Thanks,
called
Philly
the
D.
Ice Bowl.
Well, I didn't even know that Walker Wade, where he was talking about they bought
Wade, his
a.
name
I
is
didn't know
Wade.
that. That's
Or
the first
what?
time I ever heard about them buying they went and bought the Packers the cleats.
Oh yeah, like
I didn't know
halftime
that.
they were like going and opening up the stores were all closed and they went and like got them all like they went and got like a bunch of tennis shoes to give to the Packer players and the Cowboys were basically screwed after that.
Yeah, the Ice Bowl.
Nothing about Troy Aikman that I heard he was considering going to actually Detroit, believe it or not.
I thought he said he wanted to go to the Eagles at one point.
You know, well,
He
what's
said
it?
San Diego, too.
Andy
Did
Reid
he?
called Troy Aikman when Donovan McNabb got hurt, and it's funny because he was like, I got a phone call from Andy Reid, and he was like, "What's up, buddy?
yes,
what you
yes.
doing? You want to come play for the Eagles?"
yes.
Oh, wow.
Which I think if Troy actually went to the Eagles, like they had a really good team. I actually think they would have probably been pretty good.
Yes. What they were
Yeah,
lacking
Tommy T.
was,
Lombardi did
yeah.
coach Washington, but did you know this? That Tom Landry and Vince Lombardi were both coaches for the New York Giants. They were the
Yes, they
offensive
were.
defensive coordinators.
Yeah.
Did you know that?
Yep.
Wow, that's amazing. Go
Just
into
the
that history back then.
Yeah,
like 2
so
years before
that-
the
That
Cowboys.
would have been the ultimate stick in the craw as if Aikman comes out of retirement, takes the Eagles to the Super Bowl, and they win it. That'd be the ultimate like kick in the face right there.
Yeah.
I
And
really
instead of Nick
wish you.
Foles, we got a statue of Troy Aikman in Philly, not Nick Foles.
I really wish you guys had this kind of excitement talking about the future than you do about the past right now.
We're excited about this year.
It's always good to talk
We're
about,
excited
the
about the
past.
future.
I am.
Go and learn from history.
I'm excited.
I'm excited about the future. Man, the
Have you?
season's coming up, man. And our draft is Sunday.
Do you feel like the organization has learned from its history?
I don't know.
What are you talking about?
Cowboys?
What are you talking
Yeah.
about? Yeah.
The owners.
Yeah. Do you think, because I always say, Dallas has the same problem that Washington had.
I don't know. I think that Jerry
think
Jones and
Jerry's
Cat
put
Boy.
solid teams together.
A win to
The
them
issue
is
we
selling
just
the
One
ain't
at a
team.
got-
time. One at a time.
Oh, my bad.
No, not you. Well, either one of you. It's just one.
No,
and
I was
then
just gonna say, I think Jerry's put solid teams up. We just fallen short.
Mm,
loyal. Go ahead.
And I just think that Jerry is content with filling those seats. That's his biggest priority.
I think you're right with that one, Loyal.
I mean,
I think the moves he's made.
if we had empty
stadium,
stadium, if we had empty
because of that.
seats, he might be a little bit more aggressive and give the players
Mhm.
what they want. But
right.
he knows that ain't never going to.
So would it be safe to say that there are plenty of instances where you could say whatever the problem was, it wasn't ownership. Like you can say ownership did their best that they could.
So
There are instances. I'm saying there are certain
Here's my
instances.
thing, Leo. I think
Okay.
Jerry and them care. Here's the issue. I'm going to blame the 90s dynasty collapse on the organization. I'm going to blame after the 95 Super Bowl. I'm going to blame Jerry and Steven and that organization for how many years was it, Brian? Like what, about a good till about 06? So I'm going to blame them for about a
Yeah.
good 10 years of just absolute sucking ass.
And Bill Parcells
I'm going
tried
to
to
blame
come
them
in.
for that.
Okay.
Bill Parcells
okay.
tried to come in and revamp them,
Right.
and he had them going the right direction. Bill Parcells
Right.
was those players. He was
Right.
mean as hell to those guys in training camp, which is what they needed.
Yeah, he
But
called him
then-
the other player or the player. He
But
never
the only
called him by
issue
that
I had
name.
with Bill Parcells
Tay,
was
bro, what's
he was
up?
so conservative. I mean,
Yeah.
he didn't care. He would we won by a field goal. He was content with that. He didn't care. He was very conservative. That's the only issue I had. Great coach.
Well, he's a defensive minded coach, and
I mean, but he wasn't one that likes to light it up or anything like that.
yeah, because he likes to keep that turnover ratio very low.
Mhm.
And that's why he's been so successful.
And then mind you, this is the guy who was coaching who got the best out of Lawrence Taylor. So he was sport.
Man.
He, it's not like Bill Parcells wasn't
we
a
can't
spoiled coach.
deny the greatness. Bill Parcells' team building's amazing. He took the Jets to a conference title like in a couple of years. Like he had that
Championship
team ready to
game.
go to a
Took
conference.
New England to the
Jeez.
Super Bowl.
Bill Clinton probably
Yeah, he
was
took New
president.
England to the Super Bowl. He took the Giants to the Super Bowl. And the Cowboys, I think, honestly, if Bill stays in 07,
John
the
Acme,
Cowboys
what's up, brother?
maybe
Oh,
go
yeah.
to a conference title.
But that one,
I think they go to a conference title.
But the one thing
I don't
mistake
disagree
he
with that.
made was he had Romo holding the tee when he was kicking the field goal. He should have never been out there.
Yeah, in that game in Seattle.
He should
Well,
have
wait a
never
minute.
been out there.
Didn't it like come out that there was something else wrong with that ball?
We'll
too?
see,
That
John.
wasn't the normal ball.
I don't know
Didn't it
about
just-
that.
yeah,
I
it
don't
just-
remember anything
it
about
just
that.
But
came
normally
out-
a starting quarterback's not out there holding the thing for the field goal kicker.
No.
It's usually a
like-
punter or a backup quarterback.
No, there's a thing out. Look it up. There's a thing out where they were talking
tight
about
end.
how they have certain balls that they use when they do kickoffs and whatnot.
Back
And
then, they
It's
did
true.
not.
Not
when
back
they do,
then, they did not.
no, when they're talking about no, they did. The Cowboys did. They had certain balls they used when they were doing like extra points and all that shit. And there was one ball that they had that was supposed to be that, and that was not the one that they used.
I didn't hear
And
that.
Tony, and so when it got hiked to Tony, he missed it and everything because it wasn't the regular ball that they used for that.
Yeah, back then they weren't switching them out for the kicking games like they are now.
Yeah, because referees control which balls are used.
Yep.
And I think they have like these carts or something. They put them in for each quarter too. each
For
series.
real. I think
Yeah.
that was probably the best year we had a chance of winning the Super Bowl. I know everybody's going to say 2007, but that year, if you look
We
at what
did
we
beat
had
the
on that
Colts that
coaching
year.
staff,
We did beat the
we had-
Colts.
we had Sean
Mhm.
Payton. We had all kinds of coaches on our coaching staff.
Well, but I think
Yeah,
the Colts only scored like I don't think
Colts-
they even scored, did they? Where it
Yeah,
had like
well,
7
they-
points.
we-
We held Manny to nothing.
Well, they were driving down to the end zone to score the game-winning touchdown, but we stopped them on 4th down, and down there we won the game. The Colts won the Super Bowl that year. The Cowboys were solid that year.
Our
Yeah, they
defense
were.
was great.
You know.
Of course, we
I
had
think
Mark
Jerry's.
Flair.
But I think Jerry. Look, we've had some teams to win. Like the last 3 years, you don't go 12-5 with a bunch of garbage players. I'm just saying.
Yeah, no, they have a good team. They just
All right,
don't.
now I'm asking not to be, I'm not teasing or anything like that. I'm asking to be honest, okay? Because I'm gonna give you my honest answer.
Mm-hmm.
Is this a Super Bowl team? Do you guys have a Super Bowl team?
I
No.
can't say here
No.
now.
No.
No.
Unless
I
Dak
think
plays
if we
like
could-
Dak would have
Joe
to.
Montana.
Well, Dak would have to get over. Dak would have to play in the postseason
he'd have
like he does in the regular season.
He'd have to ball out.
Yeah,
Well,
if
that's all.
Dak, if Dak
I
plays
don't
like
not-
Joe
no, I would
Montana
say
in the
no, Leo.
playoffs, we could get to the Super Bowl.
but I
But
would
I
let's
don't
be
say
see
honest.
that happening.
I'll
Yeah,
say this: I
I'm
think
not
the
gonna say
best
yeah to
team in the
that, no
NFC right now, going into the season on paper,
we're probably fifth best team.
is the Lions. I gotta
Yeah,
say the
I agree with
Lions are
that.
probably the best team in the NFC right now.
Yeah, I got
Mhm,
us losing to the
mhm.
Lions.
I think
Now,
San Fran's
Cowboys
gonna
gotta
take a
play.
step back.
They're going to have to get lightning in a bottle.
I think the Lions are the best team in the NFC right now.
But
And you're
again,
gonna have
I
to
don't
want it,
think
guys. You gotta have to play defense.
I think the
Gonna have to
Lions
want
are
it.
a more complete team than well, I would say the Niners and the Lions are the most
Yeah,
complete.
the Lions
Eagles, I
are
love their
ascending.
offense.
They're ready.
I love the Eagles' offense. I think the Eagles have the potential to have the best offense. The
But
potential.
I'll
but
say this,
the
too.
defense, I don't see it. So that's why I said that Detroit is very, very, very good on defense. That's
I'll say-
where I would say it's better. I would rate them. I mean, I should do a video on that. Just my ratings on the NFC, AFC. You know. Anyway,
But if the
go ahead.
Lions choke, it's because of Jared Goff, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey,
I think the
Curtis
coach-
in the chat had a good question.
Go ahead.
Who do
read
you
it.
think would be the next quarterback to be inducted into the Ring of Honor? Tony Romo, Danny White, or Craig Morton? Probably Tony Romo.
Danny
Yeah,
White.
if
Probably
Morton's
Woody
not in
Romo.
there now, he ain't going in there.
Yeah, he's been out for
Danny
too long.
White.
I mean,
I think Danny White deserves.
He was at 4
Danny White should have been in there. At least 3
Yeah.
NFC
Super Bowl teams, a
championship
team that
games.
could
oh
stay
yeah,
healthy.
had 3
Mhm.
NFC championship games.
Mark Hudson's got a good point, everybody. He says a Super Bowl team is a team that could stay healthy. Don't you know how
Yep.
many great teams never made it because they suffered some catastrophic injury? I know we've been
Yep.
through that.
Yep.
You know,
Oh yeah.
you remember?
And you got to be good on
Leo
all phases
can
of the
remember.
ball.
Now,
getting into
under
the-
under Buddy
Yeah,
Ryan, I
sure.
don't see it happening, but you remember the Ultimate Weapon year?
Randall.
Yeah, exactly.
That was
Yep.
that was supposed to be our
But
year. We
yeah,
had
I know.
Randall,
That's
Jerome,
That's why I
Right.
said
Yeah,
that.
when Randall went down.
and Eric Allen. I mean, God damn.
I know. I mean, we've
God
had years that way.
damn.
We've had
Is that
years
right?
like, oh my God. And then you look back and go, you don't, again, and I always make this analogy and people say, oh, it's baseball. Shut up. Listen, my Phillies, my fellow Phillies subscribers would probably agree to this. Leah, do you remember
right
back
back.
in 08 when Chase Utley was on the float? I don't know if he was in the outfield because I was at the ring ceremony game, but
So this when they won the World Series.
Yeah. He basically said he stood up and he goes,
Brian Howard, all of them.
Utley dropped the F-bomb and he was like, we're gonna win it again and again and again, and the crowd went nuts. And come on, looking back at Brian Howard, Chase Utley, looking back at that Jimmy Rollins, the 5 aces, you're like, well, we're gonna get there again and we're gonna win it. We never got back. Like we lost one to the Yankees, but we never won another one. So when as good as you think it is, everything has to align. And for whatever, remember Ryan Howard blew his Achilles out.
I was going to say, the biggest thing, my number one concern is health. I need people to be healthy, and I always say this when we start talking about this type of stuff. I always say, barring no catastrophic injury, this is what I hope to see happen. I mean, if we can get to the postseason with at least half the talent that we have, and mind you, remember, I got to remind people that year we actually won the Super Bowl. I mean, come on, bro. We walked into that Super Bowl. We went into that Super Bowl to walking wounded. Carson wasn't the only one that went down that year. You know what I'm saying? Remember, we lost our starting tailback. We lost our starting left tackle. You know what I'm saying? We lost we lost a lot of people that year. A lot. You know what I'm saying?
Let's not forget the year that Dak went down with that broken leg.
That broken leg and everything.
Oh my God.
But all I'm saying
thanks,
to you
West
is,
Virginia. He says, great show. It's under control. That's what we tried.
That was the thing that got us through it was, for the most part, you know what I'm saying, there was that next man up mentality. So depth was a big thing because people actually subscribed to it, you know what I'm saying, and competency at the QB position.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? We actually had a competent QB, which is all I could ever hope for when talking about, looking at QB1 to QB2. And you guys know it too. The importance of a competent backup QB.
Is that when Andy Dalton took over after Dak went down?
Yeah.
I can't remember.
It was Andy Dalton and
I'll say
somebody
this.
else.
Yeah, but when you had Andy Dalton on your team, didn't you feel better about your team with Andy Dalton as your backup?
Not really.
I didn't.
As your backup?
A little bit.
As a backup.
That's what I'm talking about.
Nah, it wasn't. I didn't feel that comfortable, just being honest with you. I never thought he was that great. Mark, I mean, I don't know who was all over him. It was a decent backup, but listen, who would have thought that Nick Foles could have taken the Eagles and you gotten better, and won a Super Bowl? You never know. So
yeah, it was Skip Bayless and Colin Cowherd. They were like, "Oh yeah, Andy Dalton can make up for Dak. He can make up." We all know how that.
Right.
Leo, who was back up for the Eagles? I know who it is.
Tanner McKee.
Yeah, well,
and
then
no, I'm sorry, Kenny Pickett. My bad.
It's Kenny
Pickett,
but Tanner. Everybody loves Tanner.
Yeah.
Everybody,
Yeah.
you know how it works.
I think Tanner McKee will probably be your emergency.
Yeah.
You know what? He's the way he was slinging it during the preseason. I'm okay with it. You know what I'm saying? It's like either or. You know what I'm saying? Right now,
Aldana, yes, he says Red Rifle kept getting lit up. He got beat the hell up.
Well, you seen how you remember that game where he was against Washington, and he just got beat the crap up. The lineman just kind of walked away from him. That shows.
Was that Brandon Whedon?
Did you guys watch?
No, that wasn't Whedon. That was Dalton.
Really?
That was Dalton.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Andy Dalton got beat the hell up. Remember? Then he got knocked out, and then we went out and got fucking Whedon.
Then we got Whedon.
Okay,
Whedon couldn't do any better.
Did you
Whedon
guys
was
watch,
before Dalton. We got Whedon before Dalton.
Did anybody watch the Colorado game last night?
Oh man!
Oh, that was a barn burner.
Can I tell you how I'm not here to? I mean, I have certain issues. I don't know how healthy that Shador. I don't know how long that a Shador could last in the NFL. But is he not a tough quarterback? He took a couple shots where he laid the ball out there. And yeah, I think the best player on the field was Travis Hunter. He's Deion. He's Deion 2.0. I don't think he's quite as fast as Deion, but he played 80-some snaps in that game between offense, or he played 70-some on offense and another 50-some on, a 70-some on defense and another 50-some on offense. Is that incredible or what? Jeez,
but it's not sustainable in the NFL.
No, he can't do it in the NFL. Exactly. And if he takes those hits in the NFL, he's out. You know,
like playing 8-man football both ways. I mean, good Lord.
Yeah.
Jimmy Horn. I wonder if that's Joe Horn. I was wondering if that was Joe Horn's kid.
I think so.
I think it is.
Okay.
So you got Joe Horn.
Joe Horn from the Saints?
From Cleveland, right?
Well, he was with the Saints.
We was talking about Joe Horn, the Saints player that
CD has no online or CO
no
has
O-line
no,
or D-line?
Who's that? Who's CO? Oh, Colorado. Yeah. Their offensive line is better, but it wasn't great. They could not run the ball. But everybody...
So is T.O. on that coaching staff?
No, Warren Sapp is.
I thought I seen T.O. with a Colorado shirt on the sideline.
He might have been there.
Really?
He might have been hanging out. I did. Colorado won't win another game for the rest of the year there. I don't think so, Jacob. I think people are sleeping on how good North Dakota State always is. North Dakota State is a perennial. Every year they lose 1-2 games. I mean, again,
Carson went there.
Yeah, and Trey Lance, his brother, is he's a rookie. He's one of the running backs. Again, the very, very good team.
That's from my understanding, that's not a team to sleep on. Since
Deion said to his athletic director, he was like, "Really? You schedule?" Because that's what happens. They're the ones that you schedule that plan the schedule. All these teams reach out and say, "We want to play Colorado. You got to play so many games." They pick and choose their schedule, the bigger schools, and you can't just take a bunch of powder puffs because then you'll never be ranked. You have to take So anyway, long story short, that I would never have picked it as the first game. It worked out, but they could have lost easily against a team that's well coached with as much talent, leadership on that North Dakota State team. The line went to 11 in a day and a half, but come on, that tells you a home opener for Colorado. The line starts at 9. That tells you how good North Dakota State was. So I would say. Everybody, just give them a break. It's not easy. Just like the NFL. Leo, how ugly is the first couple of weeks? I'm not saying Eagles or Dallas. I'm saying in general. It's going to be ugly.
It's interesting you asked me this question because I'm going through it with Mark over this whole Bet USA thing.
Yeah,
or what have you? Because he wants me to I said I like to play 20 and 50 and everything like that, but I was talking 20 cents, 50 cents. I'm not a gambler like that.
He's trying to make money off you.
Yeah, he's trying to make me do this. I'm like, Mark, if you don't leave me alone, I told him One of these days, I'm gonna show him a receipt. But anywho, the point of all this is that I was trying to tell some people, if there's ever a game that somebody who's not supposed to win actually wins, it's the first game.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because the first game is it's the first game. Everybody's trying shit. This is the real thing. It's, if there's ever a time to make a mistake, you know what I'm saying? It's going to happen in the first game. So I do all these crazy parlay, lines and stuff like that for like 15 cents. You know what I'm saying? Because of that fact right there. You know what I'm saying? You're right. Game time is going to take a few weeks before these teams figure out who the hell they are. They said when it was 16 weeks, they said after week 4 is when you know what kind of team you got. Yeah, it takes.
Oh, I don't know about that one.
4 to
I think
6.
the youth, sure. Wow.
Yeah, they said after week 4, you know what I'm saying? That's when you find out what kind of team. Like that's when your things start to, because you've got things figured out. Coaching staff knows how they conduct themselves on the sidelines too. That's a thing too. You know what I'm saying?
Everybody's got their communication and shit down.
Yes, all that stuff. You know what I'm saying? How are you emotionally, what are you like on the sidelines? How are y'all communicating with each other during the game? I can remember Deuce Staley telling, LeGarrette Blount, hey, did you tell him, like telling him the difference between Carson Wentz, LeGarrette Blount was talking about the difference between Carson and Nick Foles when he gets the handoff. And Deuce said, don't tell me, go tell him exactly what to do it. And LeGarrette Blount got his ass up, walked down the damn bench and told Carson, hey, do it like this, like shove it in there. And Carson was like, bet. See, it's little shit like that you got to actually go through a fucking game in order to have happen. And you got to have a coaching staff who is acute enough, what I'm saying, to be able to recognize how to do that. You see what I'm saying? It's little nuances like that is what makes a Super Bowl team. It was shit like that's how them guys got there that wasn't supposed to make it. All backups and shit. People we bought in the middle of the damn season. We didn't get Jay Ajayi until like what, October?
Yeah.
Remember that game time?
Yeah.
Like what the hell?
But he helped. He was a good piece,
right?
Yeah. Exactly. And it's all about continuity, It takes a while for everybody.
And he wasn't the best thing since sliced bread, but he was so effective, So that's
he was.
That's why people are like, he sucks. Okay, again, we're not. I think the Dallas getting a guy like Dalvin is just good insurance. He had the offseason surgery. I saw a stat. Him and Zeke were drafted the same year. Or I don't know if they were drafted, but they're literally like 1 or 2 weeks apart in age. Zeke has 600 more touches than Dalvin. So that just goes to show you how much Zeke was used and abused by the Cowboys. And
when you say workhorse.
Workhorse, but he was used and abused. They used him up and spit him out. And Zeke wanted it. He wanted the deal. I think Zeke is the second highest running back ever in the NFL. So he got his money. That's why he loves Dallas. To Dallas, I can't sit here and be mad at it. I can't. That's not. Zeke, his money isn't why we haven't won a Super Bowl. We've had money under the cap every year. That's not the issue. The issue is, like Leo's saying, we don't go out and do those maybe 2 extra moves during the season and be right on them. Yeah, and you're not always right, Leo? You go out and get and get a Shaq Leonard, he's a missing link. Well, he wasn't, or Kevin Byard. Shit don't always work out.
Remember we brought in Robert Quinn.
He was great for us. Got a big deal in Chicago, was traded to Philly, and sucked.
But see, you know what?
And y'all had Dominic Sue that year with them.
Well, we had Sue,
and we had Linval Joseph.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Like, see, I always I tell y'all all the time. I don't give a damn. All I want to see is activity. Are you actively trying?
Well, then Then you
whatever
won't
the hell it
shit
is
on
that's
what they're
broke.
doing then for Dallas. Dallas is just bringing in guys like veterans left and right to see who hits. You got to respect it. Unless you're a Cowboy fan saying, oh, my God,
Activity.
we got Carl Lawson. That's sending us. No, all we're saying is it's a rotational piece. He's a veteran. He's got a lot of sacks in this league, and maybe he could help us.
Did you see where Cook's going to wear number 20?
Yeah, Dalvin Cook.
Oh,
you know,
really?
he's great insurance. You know,
And he says he still got something.
I know, and I'm honestly,
I'm like, oh,
I'm trying.
I'm excited to see what Dalvin
flex
does.
because I don't want to sound like an idiot, but I know what I know, and he didn't hardly play it all last year, and sometimes that's a good thing. You see, he's 29. Let's not act like he's 32. He's 29, and maybe he could help us later in the year or when Zeke tails off. I don't know. It's activity, right? Activity.
Yeah.
Another body in the room. What's it going to do? I don't know, but I'm happy for it. I'm glad we got a body as opposed to trying to put a square peg in a round hole like we did last year at linebacker coming down the stretch. Brad knows. I don't see Brad. But Brad knows we were using a safety to play linebacker.
Anybody that we could find,
like in a playoff game. Why? Because our ownership thought that they knew better, I guess.
I mean, hey, listen, man. Look, you see what they did yesterday? They got rid of Marlon Talupapuli for and we picked up what's my man name? Byron Young from the Raiders.
There you go.
And my dude dude only been in the league a year, bro. You know what I'm saying? Defensive tackle from Alabama, was a 3rd round pick. I have no clue why Vegas dropped him. You know what I'm saying? But
there must be something going on there.
Hey,
Prescott would be better if he had an attitude with his teammates.
We picked his ass. We got his ass. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? Let's bring him on in here. You know what I'm saying? Because looking at everything and whatnot, it's not like he had he was after a year. Come on, dog. You spent
What's
the
up,
3rd round
Sledhead?
pick on him. You know what I'm saying? Nah. You know what I'm saying? I need to know who this kid. I want to see who this kid is. You know what I'm saying? We need to take a flyer out, get some depth. Again, activity. That's all I want to see. If you're going to contest, is fluid.
Dustin Bosley.
Hey, Game,
That's
are you
what
gonna
I
be
was
on? I'm sorry to interrupt you. Are you going to be on here for a second?
Yeah.
Okay, I got to run. I'll be right back.
All right, yeah.
Yeah, I got to bug out myself, so I'll talk
right,
to
Troy.
you again later.
Oh, I'm coming back. I'm just got to run to this.
I know.
store for my
I've got
wife.
to bug out though.
Yeah. Hey,
I'll
Troy.
later.
Real quick, Troy. It's
Yeah.
going to be about $40K for that suite. We just got the word. Mark gave me the word last night.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, not
That
happening.
I think that's a good price.
Yeah.
I really do.
40,000?
Yeah.
No,
40K.
I think it's
You think it's a good price?
Yeah.
That's a shitload of money.
What the fuck are you talking about?
that
Good
may
price?
be. It may be a lot of money.
Well, no,
but I
we're talking about
think-
for the Eagles Cowboys.
I
game.
know. That's
In-
like
in Dallas.
$1,600 a person.
Yeah.
Well, still,
Fuck
I mean,
that. I don't have $1,600 to.
I don't think you could have gotten it any better,
For
really.
that
Yeah,
game,
I'll get a party pass where I pay $1,600 to watch the Cowboys lose against the
But
Eagles.
again,
Fuck that.
Mark
My man.
Mark
I
probably
appreciate
did
you
nothing but
all.
look. Mark probably did nothing but look where Wade. That's the same price that Wade got, so he ain't getting no deal.
No, no, I'm just saying like Mark
I don't know
just
what
gave
he
me a price.
did. I just don't think he wants to be bothered with it, so that's what he said. I'm not saying that's
Exactly.
what online you could get a that particular suite for 40,000. He has people. He's just so busy that he don't have time to reach out to anybody.
Yeah.
It is what it is.
Okay, so 40,000 is like some special price.
No.
or nothing.
They have suites you can get anywhere. It all depends on the game. This is a smaller suite. They have 30 people suites. This is a 24-person suite.
Right.
I've done my research. I can go online and get a suite for $1,100. So that's not a good deal. They're literally bending them over.
Okay.
That's how bad it is. Sorry, everybody.
Yeah.
So
That's okay.
I literally.
All right,
I'll talk to you.
All right, Troy.
Talk to you later, guys.
Yeah.
Take care.
I
Yeah,
literally
later.
was on there looking. I can get a suite for myself. For like $1,100. So
Well, and
I think he was a great leader. Oh, okay. go
other
ahead.
than Chris being here, anybody else that's in the league, I just want y'all to know, you know what I'm saying? It's gonna be on like popcorn. You know what I'm saying? Once we do this draft, you know what I'm saying? Because I'm going to be doing a whole lot of mixing and matching. All right, so
here we go.
let's get it together.
Troy
Chris,
was iced
our
in
draft
the
is
fourth
on the
quarter.
first, right?
I believe it's Sunday.
Yeah.
All right,
the
so
first.
I gotta talk to Mark. He's gonna make.
are we
going to
be able to do our pre-draft settings or at some point or another?
What are you talking about? I don't know. Everything should be set. Troy, he just left.
It's set already.
He's running it.
Oh, Troy's running it.
Yeah.
I should have said something.
That's why I was having a hard time giving you the link.
Okay.
But you already got your team, right?
I want to be able to do my rankings. You know,
you already got your team, right?
Huh?
Did you already set up your team?
No, that's what I'm trying to. I'm trying to do that. Like, no, I have my team is set up.
Yeah, well, you should be able to. All right,
I can't do my ranking of players.
You can't. Why? I haven't gone on there, but I guess he hasn't hit the button or something.
Yeah, that's why I was. That's why
I'll reach out to him later. So and then Leo, if you want to win, you have to draft a commander. What's up, Tommy? That's Commander Tommy in the house.
I did actually. I got McLaren actually. Yeah.
Well,
I did a.
Terry might be the only guy. Maybe the running back.
I actually did a mock draft.
Daniels.
And I ended up with Jalen. Jalen as my quarterback. Devontae as my wide receiver, and Terry as my second.
Oh, so you're going to be one of those guys who get all the Eagles. Good. I don't have
no.
Just Saquon.
I didn't set it up like that. It was just the way it went.
Nice.
First one I did, I got Saquon, and they started me at the 10th pick.
I got to go back. I got to see what.
So if you look at our draft order,
I'm going to text him now. It's not done yet. It'll be an hour before the draft. He's going to set the draft order.
Oh, that's not what it is.
No, that's not what it is.
Oh,
an hour before the draft, he's going to hit a button and it's going to electronically do it.
Real? Oh, shit. Oh, shit. Okay. Yeah. I need to be able to do my rankings of my players. Yeah. I can't do that. That's my only thing. So.
I don't go by their rankings either. I have a different process in which I do things.
No, I'm saying how I do it so that when it does it for me, as the snake, it picks my picks for me.
Okay.
So like whoever's still available. Whoever's
gotcha.
still available from my first to least, it'll pick them for me. That's what I'm trying to get at. And so that's why I was asking. But I'm gonna say this. As far as like in the real world, and as far as the league this season, it's really going to come down to who's the healthiest at the end of the season. You know what I'm saying? You know, like Game Time said, war of attrition. You're muted, Game Time.
Yeah, thank you. I just saw it like a jackass. Why? Because I was talk to text into Troy, and I have to learn how to proofread my talk to text because it's horrible. Jesus Christ! Excuse my language. But
got you sounding like yoga.
I just sent him something that was a little weird. So, but anyway, what's up, Twiz? What's going on, my guy? He just got done watching Big Sills. What was he saying today, Twiz?
Oh boy.
Dude, I lit him up so hard the other day. I didn't care. I was just
really.
He's such a jackass sometimes. He is such a jackass sometimes.
Really.
The Eagles went 7, then he's upping it to 9. Dallas isn't winning more than 5. He's just Mr. Clickbait, and that's fine. He's and that's fine. I've tried to tell Eagle fans he's not an Eagle fan. Anybody that knows he's not.
Yeah.
He doesn't bother me, but he's got his minions in there. Like a couple of them that just circle the chat, So it was kind of like, all right. Troy just got back at me. I can go over it with you before the stream, and we can make whatever corrections we need to.
Okay. I said that. I told Mark one time that I feel like that Dan Salito is a bit tone deaf. I don't think he hears himself sometimes. And so
who's that? I'm sorry, I was texting Troy.
No, I was saying that, like when I listen to him, I think that sometimes Dan Salito can be a bit tone deaf.
Oh yeah,
he doesn't hear himself, and I don't know if he has enough people in his circle to help him navigate that. You see what I'm saying? And so that's the best I could. I think it's funny as hell when him and Philly 500 be ganging up on Mark. You know what I'm saying?
I don't think it's funny because it can be funny, but it gets way over the line, and I think it makes Mark look bad. But again, that's
I don't think it said bad game time. I think the chat.
Yeah. Mark Hudson with the super chat. What draft cycle are y'all going through? Y'all going to go through salary cap version or the snake? I believe this is a snake.
Yeah.
It's a snake, and so 1 to 12, 12 to 1, 1 to 12, 12 to 1. Thank you so much for the super chat. We're gonna do a live on this channel. We're gonna do a live on this channel. So anybody who's in it who doesn't have I mean, you don't have to be live on air. You could be home doing it on your laptop. Just if you don't, it'll be auto picked for you. I would hope everybody would be doing their draft live. That's the way to do it. So, who the hell wants to be in a fantasy league and let it auto pick? It's so ridiculous. Hold up, I get in a text. I know I joined the league. They're talking about.
Peace, DC for L, DC for life. DC. Oh, that's Dallas, isn't it? Oh, okay, I know what that's. All right.
Yeah, the last one we did was Mark on the fantasy.
Gorge.
I ended up having to be somewhere important, so it had to pick it for me.
Oh,
yeah, well, like it happens, but he said he just set it up. So, Leo, when you get a chance, go look it up. I don't know, you don't have to do it right now, but just check it out, and you know, I'm on your Facebook now, so I can reach out to you and let you know if I hear any. If you know, I told him, you guys want a PPR league? Is that what you want? I like flex. I don't know. I like to have like a flex. I don't know what the rosters are. I have to go on there and look. I haven't looked.
Well, we don't have an option for a kicker.
Oh, I don't understand.
I don't think
what is he doing? He wants to do fantasy.
Class of '94. I'm sorry.
Oh, you are?
No. Someone asked me if I went to went to a certain high school, and I said, yeah, class.
Oh. Oh, okay, I got it. That's cool.
Yeah. So I'm sorry, I'm reading what's in the chats and whatnot.
The champ is here.
Hey, listen. Listen, y'all. So pretty soon I'm about to do the same thing. I'm about to have the bird section. I'm dropping little dimes here, there. But I'm getting ready to go live with my
when
page
you do it,
too.
let me know. Let me know.
Word. Yeah, I want you to come on.
That's what I'm saying. I don't.
Subscribe to that.
Yeah, because I got my boys. All right. So one of the things that I did was game time. You know, I've been talking about this, about how I completely missed the whole thing with San Francisco 49er fans. I didn't know that they felt the way that they did.
Oh yeah, they hate you guys more than us. They beat us all the time. You actually beat them, which makes sense.
And then, but see, the thing was,
you knocked out their golden boy,
right? But the thing is, it went over my head because we lost in the Super Bowl, so I wasn't, I didn't realize that they felt as though we took their Super Bowl. We lost their Super Bowl in their minds.
Yep.
So they started cooking me. So I found, a couple of guys. I got a guy, actually not a guy. He's actually my cousin, my little cousin, but he's a big time San Fran fan. But the thing about it is, game time, he's kind of got like your type of attributes. Like he can be reasoned with, you know what I'm saying? Because he was once a football player himself. So you see what I'm saying? He's sharp tongued. He's from Trenton, but lives in Chicago. Yeah, but lives in Chicago. You know what I'm saying?
But that's fine.
Yeah, and then in game time, guess what else I found? Because he'll tell you, I found a Tampa Bay Buccaneers fan, and he'll tell you that and I had to think about it, but he said, I'm telling you, I'm probably the only Tampa Bay fan you know. And I had to think about it, and I'm like, wait a minute. I don't really know any Tampa Bay.
It's funny. I know a couple of them, but yeah.
But you don't know a lot of them. I know a lot of Cowboys fans. You see what I'm saying?
Hey, Leo, are you working on your channel, or do you have one yet?
No, I have one already. I have one. Yeah, it's called the bird section. It's on YouTube. You know what I'm saying? I just did something last night or the night before. I just went live on Instagram and stuff because a lot of the people from last season who are San Fran fans have been going in on me. Game time. I got a reel on my IG account that has like 130,000 views.
See, I gotta get into that, man. I'm like horrible with all that shit. You know.
Oh, bro, listen, listen. It's I didn't, and all I did was it was just me, saying some things that just I didn't realize that they was cooking me last season. You know what I'm saying? Just going in on me, all the San Fran people. So this year. Yeah, so this year I figure, you know what? I'm gonna find me a couple of other people who can represent the fan base. You know what I'm saying, and get them to come in on the channel, and we could all talk turkey and catch them before the season. I want to at least let them all get through their training camps, give them time to process what's happening, get their 53, see how they feel about it and whatnot, and then bring them all onto the channel.
John Acme, hop on in here. Game time.
What's that, Wade?
Trent Williams, word yet or no?
What happened? He's in?
Billy
I don't know.
I'm doing both.
Yeah, you're breaking up. John Acme, game time. Can I chime in? Cowboys will be there for all the doubtful fans.
Can you hear me, Brian?
No, you broke up, man.
Can you hear me now?
Well, you sound like you're. Yeah, I can hear you. You're breaking up, but I can hear you a little bit.
Say it's Trent Williams reported.
Oh, he reported. That's what I asked you. Okay.
No, has he?
No, he has not. He has not.
Okay.
No. The answer is no. He has
We're
not
gonna
reported.
fare well without him.
Poor them.
Who cares? I hope San Francisco burns to the ground.
I don't want to see them again after this game. We have to play with them like in week 5 or whatever. Them and Green Bay. I don't want to see those two in the playoffs at all. Tired of them.
Gotta slay that dragon eventually.
Somebody
no,
put the
hopefully we
link
do
in
that
there, or
week
I can
5.
do it. You said it's called the bird section, Leo. Is that what it's called?
Yeah,
Yeah, I'm trying to find it.
The
I'm trying to put it in the
Packers
chat
and
now.
the Packers
Okay.
and the 49ers are getting back at us for that decades of just beating our ass in the playoffs. Just getting us back.
Yeah, I can't.
We got
find
us a
it.
few times.
Yeah, just
How
put the
about
link
Joe
in there,
Montana
Leo.
and
There it is. I put it in there.
Okay.
It's in the chat.
All right, cool, because I can't find it. Yeah, I just hit 36.3.
Yeah, I put a few up there already.
36K.
Talking shit, but it gives me an opportunity.
I don't know, CZ, what the hell it is. I'm texting Troy now. I want one flex position and I want a PPR. That's true. I think everything else can be normal. But he's the commissioner. I mean, he's the one that's setting up the rules. He's fixing it. So that way you can go
Troy's
on there
the commissioner.
it's on my show, so I'll be the commissioner, but he's running it. So
Right,
I'm the one
okay.
giving out the gifts. I don't know what gifts I'm giving. So I think I'll be the commissioner. But yeah, we're going to stream it live. So anybody who doesn't have a camera, just make sure you're drafting. If not, it'll auto drafts. But most of everybody's going to be here. I don't know. It won't be a super flex, but I like flex positions, CZ. So I'll have Troy make it 1 quarterback, 2 running back, 2 receiver, 1 tight end, 1 flex, 1 kicker, 1 defense. So and then maybe however many bench spots. We're going to log on early, so if anybody has any questions, we could tweak it. It's not that big a deal. Troy's pretty good with it, so he can. I'd rather have at least that. So we had a dude on our team that was powerlifting state champ, could run a 4.3 and all. A good athlete, but he was kind of soft in football. Coyote, I went to school. I graduated with a kid named Sean Smith, who got a full ride to the University of Notre Dame, linebacker. He ended up wasting that opportunity, and he ended up as a teammate of Marshall Faulk out at San Diego State. Played with the Giants a little bit, and he flittered out. But man, he got a full ride to Notre Dame.
I know a guy that I know at work. Well, one of our contractors. He actually played football. He lined up against the Rock. He didn't play for Miami, but yeah, I was like, wow.
The Rock,
big old boy.
Wow. Okay. I'm actually friends with Rohan Marley.
Really?
And yeah, and you know, because he has the Lion Order brand going on. And he's got guys like Ed Reed and Ray Lewis. Who else is a part of Lion Order? Michael Phelps is with Lion Order now. Ronda Rousey.
Okay.
Yeah, he's got a few people like, you know, on that lineup with Lion Order. Oh, Mike James, the running back from Tampa Bay who, you know, smoking weed too and everything on 60 Minutes.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, like he's got a few people on that whole Lion Order thing. On top of the fact that he also has a coffee brand too that he's doing. So Rohan's got a few things going on, you know, but he pulled all his and The Rock is a part of it.
The Rock.
But he went and got all his Miami football teammates. Pretty much most of them like are down with Lion Order. You know, like he's doing the damn thing. And I'll be honest with you, one of the if you had, like, you know how you could if you could have anybody as a guest at your dinner table for Thanksgiving, you know what I'm saying? Okay, Rohan Marley is somebody you would want to have as a dinner guest at Thanksgiving. I swear to God, that dude is so fucking funny.
Really?
Yes. Oh my God. He is so funny. He is, and I'm talking like down to earth, like probably will remind you of a relative of yours or somewhere. You could just tell you could tell he was raised right, you know, that whole thing, but he is so funny.
That's cool.
You know what I'm saying, yeah, just like I can't say enough good things about Rohan because the way he played football is is not the way he is in person. You know what I'm saying? In person, he's a very spiritual, like his he's one of those people whose aura is he has a beautiful aura about him. And I met his son Zion.
Okay,
yeah, the one that Lauryn Hill wrote the song about.
Wow.
It's crazy too because they all got that aura about them. There's just like it's very welcoming, very good people. But Rohan is moving heavy into space in terms of for cannabis and whatnot. But yeah, and he's got some game time. He's got a spot. He's getting a spot or trying to get a spot up in what you call it right outside of Newark.
Okay.
Yeah, because he used to live. He lived here for a long time. And
yeah,
go ahead.
We just came legal here in Ohio.
I know that. Yes, I do. I know that very well. You know, stay tuned, guys. We'll be having an infused coffee product coming out in Ohio pretty soon. So yeah,
nice.
Yeah, I'm well aware of that market. It's going to be a great market. You know what I'm saying? If you haven't already, but Rohan is he went and got The Rock and a whole bunch of other people to support him on this whole Lion Order thing. So stay tuned for that. I know that's a big deal.
Yeah, Twiz, he played with Dan Connor. He went to Strathaven. I went to Ridley. Yeah.
Dick LeBeau, who's the Steelers' former defensive coordinator, he's actually from the same town where I grew up at in London, Ohio. It's crazy. I never knew that until recently. I was like, I lived there all these years. I didn't know who the hell that was. And it's crazy because that's where he's from.
Okay. Yeah, listen, you'd be surprised. Like who's from where. Like I didn't know that. Is it Luke Kuechly? It's from Jersey.
Oh, is he?
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah. Yeah. I didn't know that. It's a lot of people that's from up this way. Jahan Dotson is from Newark. Did you know that, Game Time?
Le'Veon Bell, he's from Ohio.
I did not.
Yeah, he's from Newark, New Jersey, which probably means he grew up a Giants.
Hi, sorry,
or
I
a
can't
Jets
turn
fan.
my camera on because I'm at work right now, so I need to be quiet. So
That's all right. Yeah. Where are you from? Okay, he's on the.
I know, like Taco Charlton, he's from here. I met him a couple. I know a lot of people aren't a big fan of him, but I met him. He was pretty cool.
Oh, really?
Sounds like he's
Taco
from across
Charlton.
the pond.
A little bit. Well, I just put it in the chat, so hey, people. That's just why I do it. Like, if I see Leo in here every once in a while, I'll throw it in the chat. So,
yeah. Thanks for letting me come into your space, Game Time.
no problem, man. No problem. If it's a packed house, then it's tough, but it's not too bad today.
Listen, first of all, I gotta say,
What's up, the Cody Show? Can you have a Tecmo Bowl, Chris? Do you have Tecmo Bowl?
Oh yeah.
Oh, that was a classic, man.
I have so many games you'd be surprised.
Oh my God.
What's up?
Nice play at the Bears with Walter Payton. Oh man.
Well, no, I thought it was Bo Jackson.
Yeah, Bo Jackson was the best player on there.
Thing.
Bo Jackson, you couldn't tackle him.
That and double dribble, I used to love those.
I remember double dribble.
I used to like NBA Jam. I used to like
have that too.
He's heating up. Yeah,
that's why I said I got mini games, man. If you guys are into it, and there's a lot of people that like.
I got this thing. It's called a Pandora's box. It's like an old. It's it's got like 3,000 games on it. It's like a lot of old.
Wow.
Games.
The old school games?
Yeah, old school games. Like Run and Gun, all the old school, like all the Tekkens and
there you go.
There you go. Yeah.
Let me show. Hold on. I'm gonna show you.
Hold on, Chris. Hey, is that a prize? Is that a prize for?
I can make it a prize one day if you want. I could put a bunch of games that you want on it and just send it to you if you want. I have to mod it though to do that, but yeah.
That's cool.
I'm talking about for the league. I'm talking about for our league.
Down.
Dude, if you want me to, I can put this in there.
Oh God!
For the winner of the league, if you want me to.
Wow,
I can.
Maybe we'll do it.
Yes. Yes.
Wait.
Chris May, I love playing games. I'm a fan of games. Chris May.
That's my vote, Chris. In case if there's a vote, I vote that. Yeah, I vote yes, just in case.
Right here.
I know the commissioner's sitting right there. Ooh,
what's up, Sheree?
It's a Pandora's box. It's got like 3,000 games in there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hold on.
I can also put games on this for you too.
Hey, Loyal, are you gonna make that? Are you gonna make that part of the prize pool?
Give you this one.
I'm sorry, I was doing.
What'd you say, Leo? I'm sorry.
I was gonna say, are you putting that in the prize pool too?
What was that? What did I miss?
Look, Gates. Look what he got.
This is called a Pandora's box.
Oh hell yeah!
It's got like 3,000 games on it. It's man.
God,
and it's
but are they all crap games?
No, it's got like
Street
Fighters.
Games on my iPad.
Okay.
The actual Mortal Kombat 2 arcade machine, guys.
Game time. Chris,
that's in New
look
Mexico.
look at the button to get joystick ratio. Look at how they're laid out. Show it again. That's damage, bro. Come on.
Yeah.
Come on.
That's awesome, though.
Look at the pattern
Old school
on those buttons.
Street Fighter.
Right.
Yeah.
That's for Street Fighter, man.
Look, that's for Mortal Kombat.
I was telling Chris I used to play Contra, man. I used to stay home from school to play Contra. I used to play.
What about the original Mortal Kombat?
Double Dragon.
Double Dragon.
Right.
Nice.
All that.
Yeah.
Game time.
Yes.
What about Paperboy?
Paperboy.
They should make a Paperboy with Game Time on it.
Oh, stop. Curtis, I do. Everyone is too. My dad taught me things to come back and
by the way.
Shoot,
I can't do that Game Time.
That damn Ninja Turtles game on the regular Nintendo was hard as shit.
I think one of my favorite games ever.
What about NBA All Star? Remember that?
Dude, I remember Bird versus
NBA Jam.
Jordan. You remember Bird versus
Jordan.
Yep.
That was all.
Yeah.
That was horrible, but it was cool at the time, you know.
Yeah, because Mike would spread his legs and then do that 360.
Bulls versus Blazers. That was a good
I
one, too.
think my favorite video game ever, and this is ever, I think it's got to be GoldenEye for NES.
Oh wow!
Remember?
64, yeah.
You remember GoldenEye, the James Bond game? It literally was exactly like the movie. It's one of the most. It's probably goes down as one of the best rated games.
Isaac
My
Ramirez.
all-time favorite arcade game to this day, Samurai Showdown.
There you go.
That's a good game too. Yeah.
Yeah, Samurai Showdown. Because the
George,
battles,
DC
if
for
you
life.
knew how to block, and if your attack had to
Wow.
be good, but you could block anything, and the matches could go for a long time.
Oh,
If
yeah.
you know what
I
you're
like
doing.
Final
Caesar
Fight.
for life. Elvin,
We got that too.
Batha, Trenton High player,
that
Drew
on here.
Pearson. Yeah, Drew Pearson's a South Jersey guy. Franco Harris is from Fort Dix. Joe Theismann was from New Brunswick. Joe Theismann was, he was like a relative of my uncle, but not on my blood side. And his name was Thiesman. But because he won the Heisman or whatever, he changed it to Theismann when he went to the NFL. And then Lawrence Taylor almost knocked his leg off his body. Oh, it basically did. So on Monday Night Football. So Philly.
Oh, Cody
D-
show.
So George, DC for life. Do we know each other?
Hold on a minute.
I've been waiting for that answer.
It's possible.
Yeah, hey, listen, because he look, first name he said was somebody from Trenton. So this dude got to be from Trenton. This person got to be
The
from Trenton.
Tekken was a good. I liked. I love Tekken. Yes.
Yes, Tekken was. Good.
Yeah, that was a good one. That
Yeah,
was
that
one
was
of
a
my
good one.
favorites, actually.
Yeah.
I'm just saying,
That
when I
Mortal
look back at my
Kombat.
childhood, I remember playing hours. But I mean, like different stages. You know, I liked different games. But
We would stay up all night playing Mortal Kombat. All
Bro,
night.
do you guys remember the first version of Madden when you
Yep.
did that hit and the thunder
I
on,
love
on the PlayStation?
Mhm.
Remember, you knew you hit someone when you hit that when you had the thunder and the lightning. You know what I'm saying? So that's
Yeah,
that like that was to me that was an evolution there because it just looked like it happened. You know what I'm saying? And look at where we are now. You know, like come on.
Yeah.
I need those games, fellas. You know, it's called the
yeah,
Pandora's
that's what I was
box.
gonna say. I'm gonna have.
Well, you
Mark
can let me
build
know what you need on it, and
Well, I had a friend.
put
My
the games on
brother-in-law,
that
he
you
knew a
want.
person that actually built these for people.
yeah.
But I wanted to build me like a actual arcade top. I looked on Amazon, but I'm not that crafty. I want to get like a monitor and set it up in my basement and take all the components.
How
out
much
of
does it
this.
cost to build them?
I
varies.
think it's like $200. At least I've had this for a while, but I paid about $200 for this.
And let me.
You know what?
Yeah, but do you have the whole game on there, or is it just like stop at one point?
No,
There's
it's the
mini
whole
games on
game.
it.
It's
You
all
mean-
games.
I mean, you're doing Pitfall, and you're
No.
like, you're flying over lakes and shit. All of
No.
a sudden, it just pauses.
no,
yeah.
it's got
Half a
3,000
Donkey
games.
Kong. You know what I'm saying? You got all
It got
the
like
levels?
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, all that crap on there.
That was Walker's. That
The
was Walker Wade's
Simpsons,
spot.
y'all remember
What the
that?
hell?
What
the
in
heck?
the blue? Hell, you better get that off of there.
What the heck?
Really?
You better block him. You're gonna get in
What is
trouble
going
game time
on here?
for nudity.
Really?
There you go. Yeah, you might want to edit that later.
What happened?
Yeah.
The hell was that?
Oh my God, I don't
Wade's
know.
back. Wade's back.
Where
Oh,
baby
God.
feed?
That got Wade's attention. Wade was like, "What?"
This
What the
is why
hell is
we
going
can't.
on?
This is why we can't put the chat
Yeah.
just out there.
Exactly.
Wade's gone. Hold up. God. Jesus Christ.
No, what I was saying is I have a gaming channel. If you guys like stuff,
Yeah.
you can look at
Did
it.
y'all
if you
see
want
something
to.
y'all weren't supposed to see or what?
Yeah. Go back
Oh,
and
man.
watch it.
Oh, you
But
missed it.
the classic, I'll tell you what, the classic, whoever wins our fantasy, I'll give it to you. I
You
don't
win
even care how
her.
you win it.
You win.
All right.
You win that. You
I
win that.
apologize,
photo.
ladies.
Yeah,
All
I'll
right.
put whatever games you want on it for you too.
Word.
I'm sorry, JoJo. This is what happens when you put the link in the chat. That was crazy.
All right. Oh, I got
But
it.
yeah, I have a
got it.
channel. If you click on me, you can go to my game channel.
I
I have
don't
one.
know,
I had to start
Curtis,
it all
but-
up again though.
I'm gonna
By
get
the way, I
blocked for
think
that.
because you posted your Zoom meeting on YouTube, and that's why I think you got Zoom bombers here. So you need to be aware of that.
Yeah, so take it down there, Chris.
That's true.
No, I
Well,
didn't put it
but,
on YouTube. We put it in our chat. So Yeah.
Just delete it
Just,
from
so,
the
just, so just delete it, or I will. I got it.
delete it
You
from
got
the
it?
chat. Yeah,
Well, we both did, I guess.
yeah.
Yeah, I could play
Yeah.
Star Fox upside down, where left is right, right is left, up is down, down is up, basically. I'm gonna have to do
Really?
that. Oh,
Did
yeah.
y'all see they're coming out with a
Dyslexic.
new Grand Theft Auto?
I heard about that.
Oh,
Yeah.
I can't wait
Yeah.
for that. That's like one of my favorite games of all time.
So Grand Theft Auto, the Miami version came out. I was going through AIT in the military. You know what I'm saying? That was a game.
Awesome.
And we used to just listen. All I used to do is just in that game, I would just drive around and just listen to the radio. You know what I'm saying? Because the music that was on there. And it took
had
me
like old 80s stuff, the good stuff.
But listen, it took me a minute to realize that one of the DJs was LT.
That was crazy.
Mm-hmm. LT was in it.
Yeah,
But
LT.
did you know the
He was
cop
the
in
car
there
guy.
was did you know the cop was Samuel L. Jackson?
Yeah.
He had the voice.
Yeah,
for the
yeah, that's like
I was
that,
like,
yeah.
when I heard that, I was like, what the hell?
Yeah, I know. Like, so then that's what got me into the whole.
I don't want to get blocked, TR. That's the problem.
That's what I got into the whole gaming thing because I was like, yo, they got everybody. Ray Liotta.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah. Those commercials.
By the
are
way,
insane.
just one question. Do you know this game called Mortal Kombat?
Yes,
Yeah.
we were talking about that. Yeah,
Which one?
yeah, I know,
Yeah.
right? Which version?
I think because I have it on my iPad, the Mortal Kombat #1. I think not the old one, but it's the new one, MK11.
Oh yeah, that thing's pretty badass.
Oh, really? See, I
Yeah.
haven't seen. I don't know.
I need to
anything
get my
about the
stuff
new
set
one.
up with my
See,
Xbox. So
Yeah, I got a
it.
lot of sick characters actually. I got a lot of them. I really want to share my screen so I can show you the game, but
Do
I
y'all
don't think it'll be
remember?
worth it.
Do y'all remember Killer Instinct?
Mm-hmm.
I
God,
do
that
remember
was
Killer
fun.
Instinct. Yeah, I do remember Killer.
I'm really big into Tekken. I'm damn good at
Yeah,
Tekken.
yeah,
I play
I
that
like
online
Tekken.
all the
Yeah.
time.
I used to play my cousin. My cousin used to whoop my ass all the time. He had
Twiz, you
he
don't
had
get
that game
that
down to
anywhere.
a T, and
This will
no matter
probably be
how
the end of
hard I
my
tried, he
channel,
did-
but so I don't know what happens, Chris. If what would happen?
Oh, I don't know. Since you two got it off
mouse
of
you
there,
don't want to know.
It says it's live. It's live, but if you can go back, I'd try to like get it this
Yeah.
Zoom off your channel and then copy it. That way you can like edit it. Just
Oh,
edit
sorry,
that part
Mark. We
out or
got
put something
sidetracked
up
off
there.
of football. We were just
We sure
Yeah,
did.
sorry about that,
We
Mark.
sure did. Yeah, we
I
sure
had
did.
to-
Game time.
You know.
Yeah, we sure did.
so yeah.
But
I'm ready
I'm
for
back.
football, man.
Look, who are you guys who you think are going to be your surprises this season, based off of things you're
You
seeing?
lost a lot of
Rookies
viewers,
or just
so-
players in general?
Or teams.
Rookies.
I think Marshawn Nealon is gonna be a big standout for us. That's my
Really?
pick.
I think
Yep.
Cooper Beebe as well.
Could be wrong, but that's just what I pick. I think Marshawn Nealon gonna have a good year. He's gonna fill in well for Sam Williams.
Okay.
He might start off kind of struggling, but I think as the season goes on, he'll be a.
So what was someone
contributor.
showing their bare naked ass or what?
Oh
Yeah,
no.
we're baby's feed, brother. We're
Yeah.
baby's feed.
Yeah, it was a pleasant surprise.
Well, I'm gonna
You know
have
what I'm
to. I'm gonna have to.
Pleasant in the good way or the bad way?
Good,
Both,
but I thought something was back in
actually.
my computer there for a minute. I looked up there like, what the
You know
hell?
what I'm saying? If there's ever
So
a
can I
way-
share my screen so I can show you the Mortal Kombat game on my iPad?
I was gonna
or
like, dude, you're
is that
screenshotting it.
okay
We
or
don't
not?
need.
Yeah,
to
go
see-
ahead. Go ahead, Trey.
Yeah, go ahead.
Go ahead, big dog.
I'm afraid, but I have the
Just
block
don't show
button.
no puppies.
I got the block button.
Oh, there's no
ready.
preview. Yeah, you ain't got no preview. Here we go.
Here we go.
Huh. Oh yeah, yeah. That's the.
As long as we ain't seeing no butt ass
Oh,
naked
that's
man.
what it is.
Yeah, right.
So they don't figure out a way to monetize.
I got-
it.
All right, that's cool. We can get it off of there, please.
Okay.
I can't be doing this too long.
Sorry about that.
No, that's
like
fine.
I got a lot of there's the new characters in my Mortal Kombat. I was like, what the heck? Like really, there's the new characters and they shouldn't be here. But let me show you.
We can't see it.
Yeah,
Oh,
let's
okay.
let's.
Well, this is a cowboy.
Yeah,
Wait,
channel.
wait,
copyright.
wait,
this is
wait,
Kung
let me
Lao,
show you.
yeah. Sub-Zero.
Wait, if I go-
Ryu.
I think
Wait,
I opened
ignore my
Pandora's
ones.
box.
Let me
we
show
gotta
you.
wrap
Look,
it up,
look.
brother.
Trust
Look.
me, we know
So we
all
got,
the characters.
What's her name? Selena.
You got
Is
Baraka.
that Selena? No, Sindel.
All right, buddy. You need to
But
shut
there's
it
a new
down.
one. MK1's Kenshi.
All right, we gotta shut it down.
Let me show you my teams. My teams are way stronger than
Brother,
other
we
people.
know all the Mortal Kombat
brother.
characters. We're born in America. We know all of them. Trust me.
My teams are way stronger than other people. I'm not lying. Let me show you my teams.
Oh, yeah.
There you go, man.
There you go. Good job.
I'm sorry about that game time. I should just
Nah, not to be rude, but we got it. We can't be doing that, bro.
Yeah,
God damn. I've known Mortal Kombat most of my life.
I think we messed up when we started talking about the older games and everything.
That's what happens when you leave the link up for very long. Just to let you know, people are watching. So
I should have took that off of there.
I'm just going to. I'm just gonna demonetize this anyway. So I'm gonna do it right now because it's not worth me getting. I'm just gonna take the monetization off of it. So let's see here.
Yeah, asking me if I know who Scorpion is like saying, do I know who Tom Brady is?
Yeah, no.
Right. I
He
wanted to
was
say,
way
dude.
too excited. Way too
Well,
excited.
yeah, well, I wanted to say to him, like, my man, look at us. Look how old we are.
Yeah.
Of course we know who these people are.
We know.
You know what I'm saying? Look how old we are.
We're old.
We're
old men.
Oh, we're 80s and 90s kids.
Kids,
we
yeah.
grew up with that.
Yeah,
We
we
grew
were.
up with it.
Yeah. Yeah, that's why I have to. Sometimes I gotta, with these youngins and everything like that, I gotta, like, hey, wait.
I just took the monetizations off.
We used to
just
play
make
outside too.
But my nephew, he was addicted to this Pandora's box. I got PlayStation 5. He wanted to play the Pandora's box.
I don't think the youth plays outside anymore.
He didn't give a damn about the PlayStation 5.
Yeah, that's the problem with our youth.
I be trying to
All
tell
right,
him,
let's
bro.
try and dial back with the. Let's try and steer it back to
Trying to
football.
tell him, bro.
Okay.
I be trying to tell him,
Speaking of
like,
football,
we're not the ones. We are not
You
the
got
ones.
parents like that,
Kick me
Brian?
out the
That's
house and
wild.
say,
Yeah.
don't come back till later.
Yeah. We are not our parents. We will fuck you
I
up.
could show you my
promise.
Street Fighter. No, thank you. I don't. That contract, Cody showed that contract will be done either before or for us after we win against Cleveland.
I think it's gonna. You know what, Cody show. I think it's gonna be about
TR,
4
yeah,
five
he
games
had-
in. I think it'll probably get done around the bye week.
I'm thinking they're waiting to see what happens around that
I don't
time,
think it gets
where
done.
we're at.
I don't
TRB,
think
dude
it's
was
get
acting
done.
like he was just discovered fire.
I don't.
I think it'll
gets
get done. I think they want to see where we're at that point.
They want to see what they got, what he has.
Yeah, listen, I don't think it gets
That's
done.
what's wrong with our youth.
I think the longer Dak goes,
Keep it up, Billy.
without a
Keep it
new
up.
contract. You know what I'm
The higher it
saying?
goes.
The idea of being a free agent at the end of this season starts to sound like a better idea. Like, okay, he gets to bet on himself, and if he has a hell of a good year, you know what I'm saying? Even if he takes y'all deep into the playoffs, you know what I'm saying? If he fuck around and win the Super Bowl, do you know how much money he's going to be worth at the end of the year? You know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah.
It's like he's going to completely reset the.
Here's what I like about it. The more I think about it, Leo, like as far as Dak goes, we all know how hard Dallas' schedule is through the first 6 weeks, 7 weeks, up until the bye week. We know it could go. Here's my thing. We have Drew who says Dallas is going 2-5. I'm telling you right now, they're not going 2-5. I'm just telling you now. I could see worst case 3-4.
Wait a minute, who said that? That was Drew?
Yeah, of course, right? But here's my thing. Let's say the gauntlet, right? Let's say the gauntlet, we go 4-2, 5-1. Let's just say we go 5-1 through the gauntlet. Then you give him the contract because that's the gauntlet, right? I mean,
does he want the contract?
Yeah, I think he already on board saying he don't mind. He wants to stay in Dallas, obviously.
Look at the teams that would be interested in him. First of all,
you got the Raiders, the Jets, the Giants, and the Saints, who are $80 million over next year.
I mean, would you want to play for any of those teams?
Well, yeah,
the Raiders. The Raiders are worse than we are. They freaking,
Well,
who else would it be?
Wait a minute, who got money though?
Well, it would be Raiders. It would be the Giants. But
oh my gosh!
Again, why would you want to play for that line? I would think Raiders would be the most attractive spot, and you're not winning with the Raiders right away. It won't take long.
I would take the Saints over the Raiders to be more attractive.
Again, the Saints are so far over the cap; they're not going to be able to afford him.
Yeah, that's a bad
Did you
part
see
for the
Michael
Saints.
Thomas just got suspended for a game?
Yep, one game. Yep.
If he beats the 49ers, that's, again, Tiara, that's another thing. I don't have a problem at this point, Cody's show. You know, maybe that's what they're waiting for. Because let me just ask you guys this. Let's say we go 1-5 after Dak signs a $58 million deal. No injuries. We go 1-5. What is going to happen then? If you're 1-5, Dallas is like, what the F? You know what I mean? So maybe that's why you wait. They are all a train wreck. West Virginia country boy. We're getting closer to giving away that Bible.
How much?
Okay, I just looked
You
it
know?
up. Me and
See if I can give you some
DC for L don't know each other. He just
Okay.
knows a lot of guys who went to my high school. That's okay though. Peace to you, DC for L. For like, yeah, whatever. Yeah, peace. It's like this. Okay, you have
But it's like Mark Holmes said. How many quarterbacks has got paid have been to the Super Bowl? None.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, Trevor Lawrence, he hasn't been there. No disrespect to you, Leo, but Hurts, he been to the Super Bowl, but he hasn't won the Super Bowl.
Yep.
All the teams that got
Thanks,
paid
Chris.
haven't done squat.
well,
So,
but see, here's the thing though. You and I both know. We all know this now. And I haven't gone through it. You know what happens when you go to the Super Bowl, whether you win or lose.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You get picked apart. You see what I'm saying? Look what happened to us. You know what I'm saying? We lost our defensive coordinator and our offensive
free agency,
coordinator.
you start losing coaches.
Then we lost
stuff
players
like
too.
that.
Lots of other stuff.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
There's a lot
Like,
of stuff involved with that.
and-
Because other
and a
teams
lot
are
of
like, "Oh, I want this
things
offensive coordinator to be my
If
coach."
Cowboys have
Yeah.
a bad record by bye week,
It's-
Cowboys
do you,
will not
you
sign
remember
Prescott.
how I kept pressing
Let me read the
the
super
issue
chat.
about the fact that we have so many good guys who
Mhm.
are at least under contract for at least the next 3 years. So we have this 3-year window of opportunity. You know what I'm saying? Where we could get a Super Bowl and maybe even
Let me
2
read the
Super
super chat
Bowls
real quick.
if you build upon what you have.
Hold
You know what I'm
that
saying?
thought, Leo. Mark Hudson, if Cowboys have a bad record by the bye week, Cowboys will not sign Prescott and trade Lamb. Cowboys will not sign. Well, you won't be able to
They're not
trade
going to
Lamb.
trade Lamb. Hell no, they just signed
You
him.
can't
just
trade
signed
him.
him, yeah.
The contract, you can't trade him at this point. But I hear what you're saying. Mouse, Dak will not get a deal until the end of the year. That's possible. And again, now that we're here, I'm not totally upset with it. It is what it is, man. I think Dallas is obviously, let me write these 2 super chats. Dallas is obviously okay with, we won the Super Bowl. I got news for you. If Dallas wins the Super Bowl, Dak's probably not here anyway, because they're going to be like, well, we got our Super Bowl. And Dak's going to be like, well, why would I stay? Probably. I don't know. Who knows? Who knows, everybody? But anyway, go ahead, Leo.
No, my point is I feel like, when you look at this core group of guys in terms of who we have under contract in Philadelphia for at least the next 3 years, that's a solid group of guys and a lot of guys. You see what I'm saying?
Both in the hopper.
And you get to build upon that. So even if things don't work out this year, whoever the new head coach will be inheriting a hell of a talented group. You see what I'm saying?
Yes.
The one thing I would really like to see happen is I believe me, I heard everything that y'all have said and the way y'all laugh about it, but in all honesty, because he's who's in place right now, I would really like to see Jalen under the same offense for at least 2 years in a row. Once in his
that's
career,
fair.
regardless if it's Kellen Moore or not.
That's fair.
It's just, God damn, man. Like, can that man
Too much
have
changes enough.
And see,
like,
Leo,
come
I think
on.
Howie Roseman's he's a hell of a GM. I'll give him that. I'll give you credit is due. Howie Roseman is a great GM, but he's impatient. He has to give coaches time to actually implement what they want to do. He's this If they don't do it in the 1 year, he's ready to get rid of him. That's the problem.
Right. Well,
That's
no,
the
no,
problem.
no. That's not true. Because if you think about how, like, what he went through, think about everything that's happened in the years since Chip left, when Howie came back in the building. You know what I'm saying? We had Doug. You know what I'm saying? That's who we got our first Super Bowl under, and it's who we drafted Carson under as well. You know what I'm saying? But
Yeah,
Doug did something that he had to go. A lot of people had to go. Even the quarterback left too. They got rid of the quarterback. You know what I'm saying? Then he brought in Nick. So there's only been there hasn't been a lot of turnover from the head coaching position. The turnover has been on the coordinator side. You see what I'm saying? Yeah. And when you think about in totality since, and I'm just only counting the years since Jalen has taken the reins. When you look at the investment in bringing the weapons, you see what I'm saying? You know, I do think the one thing that would be a benefit, again, regardless of whether it's Kellen Moore or not, I would just really like to see what it would look like if Jalen had the same offensive system for at least 2 years in a row once, because he's never had that. You know what I'm saying? He had that, and that's the I think,
Dustin.
You know, I'm willing to take 2 years of Kellen Moore just to see what it looks like. You know, because I do think that the way this team is currently constructed, if there's going to be a change or something catastrophic happens like what happened last year, the coach is out.
Well, if that happens, do you think your offensive coordinator will take over that position? Do you think that's why they probably
Kellen Moore as a head coach?
No, not as a head coach. No.
Well, I'm just thinking because they interviewed him for that before.
I think whoever the new guy will have to be somebody that's willing to take on Kellen Moore as their offensive coordinator, at least for 1 year, just to give Jalen that sense of stability. He needs to. I just want to see what he looks like in the same offense 2 years in a row. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That he, you know, and also, you know what? Nothing for nothing. Same thing for the defense, because Vic Fangio he's made his intentions quite clear. He has no intentions of going anywhere else. This is the last stop because he wants to retire from Philly. So that's it. He has no desire to be a head coach. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of times, to be quite honest with you, the best person for that job is the one who don't really want to do it. So I wouldn't be surprised if Vic Fangio fucked around and ended up becoming the head coach on an interim basis.
You know, money talks. I mean, that's what Dan Quinn said too.
Exactly.
Like,
I'm just saying,
Dan Quinn was like, "Oh, I ain't going nowhere. I love these guys," and boom, he's in Washington.
Yeah, you know. But again, I'm just saying nothing for nothing. You know what I'm saying? I would like to see that. You know what I'm saying? I'm hoping because when you look at the way this coaching staff is currently constructed, there seems to be an equal amount of investment on that end as well as when you look at from the skill positions, because they brought in coaches from the secondaries coach from the Seattle Seahawks, the defensive line coach, the guy, you know, all of Vic Fangio's guys that were success from Denver, everywhere, are now on our coaching staff. So my expectation is that this is going to be a very well
hold that thought, team. Leo. Hold that thought. We're good. Isaac Ramirez, do you have a join button? Is there a join button on my homepage? If there's a join button, click that join button, Isaac Ramirez.
Just don't show no puppies.
If there's no join button, just look up and you'll see a link. It's not identified. It'll be blue, right below lifelong. Let me see what it says. Let me see if I can share my screen here. I will. I'll share my YouTube channel. So just watch the. So just watch it, and I will. Here we go. See, I don't have a Zoom button, but here. Let's see, media share. Right here, this blue link, just click that. Normally, there's a join button, but since it's my channel, you won't see it. But there's the link right there. So go on my homepage and click that link, and you should be able to sign right up, my friend. All right, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No. Just that's it. That's my rant on, how I feel about the current, the way my 53 and the way it's looking for the next few
Isaac
years.
Ramirez, you are in the hopper.
And salary cap wise, we'll be fine too. You know what I'm saying? I'm not worried about the salary cap.
Did you see the salary cap though?
For next year?
No, just like 5 years out.
No, what is it?
Well, it's not. Listen. You're obviously in a. You need to win, in the next 3 years. Yep. That's it. I mean, I could share my screen.
Oh, you talking about us?
Yeah. No, us. No, we're fine, but we got some mega deals still to make. But right now, if we don't sign Dak, then we are really fine. If we sign Dak and then his contract won't hit for a while, we'll be fine. Tommy says salary cap is a myth. It is and it isn't. When you got guys at each of your positions trying to reset the market for that position, it becomes a problem, Tommy. It does.
Yeah,
I gotta double check to make sure I'm clicking the right. I got an itchy trigger finger. Hey Chris, I couldn't hit the right button, bro. I was looking at him and I was getting getting mesmerized, and I'm trying to block it, and I'm like, oh Lord, have mercy.
What's up, Thomas?
Yeah.
I'm sorry about opening Pandora's box, though. Hey, Thomas.
Yeah.
What's up?
Oh man,
you missed all the fun. You missed all the fun, Tom.
You missed all the fun, Tom.
The ladies left the building now. I apologize. Other than Tiara, JoJo, don't hate me. It wasn't my fault.
Yeah, we had a puppy sighting.
What happened?
Read a Jared King Waller soundbite.
Well, I was nice enough. Well, okay. I told Chris to put the link in because Leo's not a channel member. Because Leo
look like he don't. Leo look like he done been through it.
He's been through it. But
next
no,
time
he's
Leo,
chilling.
just send it to your messenger.
Next thing you know, this I don't know his name. I can't think of it. This young kid was in there and he was quiet. He was okay, so we left him in there. And then I let somebody else in. And as soon as I let her in, it was a girl dancing naked in front of the camera. And I couldn't hit the right button to get rid of it. And I realized I went from like 70 some people in the chat to like 40, and I'm like, oh God, I apologize.
Look.
It wasn't me. That's all Chris May's fault.
Somebody played a joke. Oh, yeah, it's all my fault.
Hey, listen, when you do the replay, right? When you do the replay, notice how nobody said anything. Everybody was quiet.
And Chris,
next time I'll just send it to you through Messenger.
He's sitting there. He thought it was 4DX. He was waiting for something to come shooting at him. Eagles 5th or 6th youngest team in the league now. Now, I understand that, but look at your salary cap. I don't want to be negative, but I saw it. You guys haven't even started paying for Jalen yet. So
Nope.
It is what it is. Keep posting the link in the chat. Yeah. I know you want to, but other than Tiara, all my women left. See you guys. What's up, Jameson? What happened? What do we do to you, Jameson? You all right? I never saw you in here, so let's see.
Take it easy, Jameson.
So.
I tell you what, I'm so ready for football, man. I almost tempted to go to my local high school and watch the high school people play. I'm ready for football, man.
Oh, listen, my excitement is I'm with you, and I think part of the excitement is like, remember how a little while ago we were talking about the channel, getting the bird section channel and game time, like talking about that and planning for it, because we were talking about week 1 and it's not here yet. It's got my sense of urgency ramped up, which is making my fandom like I'm super excited. I'm starting to get super excited because I'm going to go through a full year with y'all. You see what I'm saying? Like I get to, I get to go through. I'm about to start the first game I'm gonna have Game Time, Brian. I'm gonna have loyal cowboy Chris May. Thomas Garrett's motherfucking ass is gonna be there from game one. From
You know it. You know
Well,
the
me
story,
and
Leo.
Thomas, we gonna be at the week 1 game, so we'll probably chime in from there.
Right, at some point or another,
Yeah.
we're all going to talk about it in some way, shape, or form. And I got y'all for the whole thing. So I'm talking about it and planning for it and trying to be the production of it all, the pre-production of it all.
Where's the channel?
It's
I can't
exciting.
see it. I'll pin it at the top.
You talking about mine?
Yeah. Where the hell did it go?
I put it in it. Hold on. You know what?
I never saw it. So
I put it there too. Did it disappear or something?
maybe it's there.
I didn't. I know what I didn't do.
Yeah, I don't see it, so it's gone. So
look in the chat now.
All right.
I just said peace. You see it?
I'm getting there. I'm scrolling back down. I don't. Oh yeah.
The Cody show.
Yeah, but you didn't put the link. You just said, "Oh, that's the channel." Okay.
Yeah.
I got you.
You
I
can
got
just
you.
click on that, right?
I got you. Yeah. I pinned it at the top if anybody
got
wants to be a part. And check out the bird. Yeah. There's no. Because when you click it, there's nothing happening. So.
Here.
How you do it, Leo, is you go up in the search bar, like go onto your channel, and then
I'm on it.
And then in the search bar, you highlight everything is in the search bar, and you right click it. Oh, there you go. He's on it. Chris May took care of you.
Okay.
All right.
Thank you, Chris.
Unpin. Pin. Now, hopefully, if you click onto it, there's nothing. That there's no tatas waving at you.
Shouldn't be.
I mean, Lord,
what you got a mask on for, Thomas?
I was locked
Is there
up.
COVID
Man, I
over
was
there?
locked up. I was trying to
So what you got a
get
mask
off the
on
screen.
for?
Oh, I was at the gym today.
He was at
Oh,
church.
okay.
That's where he was at. That's where I'm going. As soon as this is over,
Second church away from home.
I'm hitting the church. Oh, Lord have mercy.
Yeah, we saw some things.
There it is. It's fixed. They were all upset that you had the trophies upside down, Wade.
Yeah, Isaac, I'm gonna watch Bash of Berlin.
Are you guys gonna?
It just depends on what time it is. If it's during football games, probably not, but I'm gonna try to.
Isaac, did you figure it out, brother? Let me know. Let me know if you figured it out, my man. So, yes, let me know, Isaac. TRB, that's not true. Dallas got screwed playing 2 franchise contracts at Dak. Yeah, with Dak. I don't know about that, Philly D. How did we get screwed? We're still well under the cap. Dallas inflicted their own wounds to themselves. It's never been about the salary cap. The salary cap, in a way, is a myth, especially with the Cowboys, because they've had room every year to do what they wanted. They could have flipped more contracts. They just flipped the wrong contracts. They signed the wrong people to long term. They tried to get cute and play with the system and sign hurt players to long-term contracts, and yet they still had money every year under the cap.
Too much in their own players, Brian. That's the thing. The players they draft, they give them too much rope.
Yeah, well, they should have handled Zeke before he held out. That was going to help. If he did it a year earlier, you probably never cut Zeke.
Yeah, but still, like Jalen Smith and Gallup.
Jalen Smith should have never been done. The dude had drop foot.
Never reached their contract. Should have got rid of him.
Gallup, he gets re-signed after an ACL. He never. That was, I believe, this at least the second ACL on the same knee. That's not good. Okay.
No.
Nah.
You should have signed Dak instead of giving him that franchise tag. Should have released Tony Pollard and signed him and saved yourself a couple million. I mean,
Chris, you signed Dak before the franchise tag. There's never a no trade. And then you have options if, and I'm not saying I want to trade Dak, but you might have. Somebody blows you out the water. Your assets are assets. You should not be afraid to do anything. Just look, again, I hate doing this because I get lit up by my people. I can't believe, but look at what the Eagles have done. They have moved on from people. Look at what other good teams have done. Look what New England's did. They would draft a stud tackle and trade him. I mean, That's just what they do, and I don't know.
I mean, like right now,
Should've
I'm
kept
sitting
him
here
already.
thinking, I'm looking at the way this wide receiver market has just panned out, and to me, it's looking like Howie's looking like the smartest man on the planet right now. When you think about that contract he got done for AJ and Devontae,
Right.
you know what I'm saying? Getting them
He
both
didn't
under
wait.
contract.
He
Nah,
didn't
he
wait.
didn't.
And
He
that's the
jumped
thing I
on
hate
it.
about Catboy is they always like to wait till the last minute. It's like, no, when you see somebody's contract coming up, get it done right then and there instead of trying to wait. Because the
Right.
longer you wait, the more you're going to pay.
Right. But see, and then the thing about it is and again, what goes into some of the reasoning of my rationale when I say when you think about at least for at least a good minimum 3-year period, there's a lot of guys on this team that's going to be together for a while, for at least 3 years, and we're talking a lot of guys who are coming up on who if we decide to exercise their 5th-year option, it would give us 3 more years with them. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Got on rookie contracts and stuff like that. To Game Time's point, there's going to come a period where there's some big money that's going to be coming due. You know what I'm saying? Which means that you're going to have guys who are going to be getting restructured. I don't think when Dak got this contract that he's a play out, right? My thought process, and I think it's what a lot of other, football fans, period, when looking at Dak's contract was, none of us ever thought that Dak would ever make it to the last year of that contract. Like where he is right now as a potential free agent.
You're right.
When he first
Super
got
lucky.
that contract, no one thought that he would ever make it to the end of that contract because Dallas would have renegotiated it before it got to the final year. They messed around and let it get to the final year where he's the most powerful person in the relationship. And then
it doesn't help when Trey Lance goes out there and looks like ass. That just gives him
exactly
more.
It just strengthened his whole. And then
they thought, oh, we're gonna sign Trey Lance and and he didn't do squat.
But the other thing too is that there really wasn't that significant of an investment in terms of the support system, the pieces that he needed over the period of time of the contract. Yeah, okay, you got Micah, you got CD, but you need to do a whole lot more. You see what I'm saying? And the stability from a coaching position too. Bottom line, Dak was never supposed to get to the end of the final year of that contract. They predicted all of this when that happened. I remember that, you know what I'm saying? And to Game Time's point, I don't think that Howie's going to allow Jalen's contract to get that far deep without doing some sort of restructure or something. You understand what I'm saying?
And as long as he's the guy, yeah, it'll be worked out. The only way it would be an issue is if, God forbid, he suffered a catastrophic injury, or God forbid he didn't bounce back or didn't.
Right.
That's all.
Well, here's the maddening
because in that
thing.
case, then you're kind of stuck.
You know what? I agree with Drew's comment here.
Drew, you're right. Jerry didn't ever want Dak. I mean, he wanted Romo there, but
if you believe in a guy, you sign him.
Yeah.
If you believe in a guy, you sign him. You don't procrastinate.
I think that truly in my heart that Jerry Jones wanted Romo to be the long-term quarterback.
I will say this: the same reigns true for that for CD as it does for Brandon Ayuk. CD, y'all gave them contracts that you could have gave them at the beginning of training camp.
Mm-hmm.
Like you didn't, y'all really didn't do anything, extraordinary or nothing.
These agents are smart, man.
Right? I'm sitting there and I'm like, y'all could have, matter of fact, you could have got them for the cheaper at the beginning of training camp before, you ain't even have to do, you spent to me, this is when I'm looking at Howie going, God damn, thank you, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Up, Felix?
These contracts are nothing special.
Well, like I said, the longer you wait, the more you pay. I mean, it's just the reality.
Yesterday's price is not today's price.
Tiara says, Philly D, I don't want him
Not
to
in this
put
inflation business.
Let me get to the chat. Philly D, I don't want him to put the team on his back. I want that does their job. Run the football and stop the run. Stop with the Dak die foolishness. The odds aren't great. Dak or die. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it's not Dak or die. There's always another option. Me and Phil talked about it. Me and Phil, we like Dak. We want him, but again, he shouldn't be trying to set no market. He's been the highest paid player in NFL history over the last 4 years.
To command whatever he wants.
Who?
Mark.
Oh, no. Not,
It's like,
not with a star on your helmet.
Oh.
All
Mark,
the guys have to hold
like,
out and go through the media whirlwind. I get you, D-Shift.
It's like, hold on. I do understand Dak will probably be worse without him. But, man, that stat I throw up game time, Leo, I don't know about y'all, that when you're making all-time NFL history, you have the highest percentage winning. You have the highest winning percent in NFL history, and you've never seen a conference championship. That's bad. That's not good.
Right.
If I'm a quarterback
there comes
and I'm
a
not,
point to where you can't get it done. This guy just can't get it done.
if I'm a quarterback and I'm not, but if I was in that position, hell, all these endorsements and stuff like that, I'd be trying to go after those, because if something happened to you in football, God forbid, you couldn't play anymore, you got all this endorsements, you can say, okay, I can just do this. I mean, look at Joe Theismann. He got all these other, commercials going on and stuff like that. That's where you make your money at.
Yeah,
and if you really want to win, I mean, you don't want to get lowball, but go ahead.
I was going to say, Dak could take $50 million for 4 years. That's $200 million.
That's if he wants to. That's if he wants to, though.
I mean, the reality is, if I'm in his shoes,
I wouldn't.
I'm trying
to get
at the
everything.
Same time, I'm trying to win. I'm gonna try to say, hey, if I'm gonna take up this, I want you to go sign this player for me.
Here's my opinion on it. We just got done outlining. This is where I see Mark as being. I could see his point of view. I'm not gonna say I always agree with it, but I could see his point of view. They had money to go out last year at the trade deadline to improve the team, to get something to help them during the playoff run, and they said, hell no, we don't want to spend. They had plenty of money under the cap. They could have done some things, and they didn't want to do it on a 12-win team. You know the old adage, when you think you have enough players at a position, draft another one. We were undermanned on the defensive side of the ball. We were leaking oil. We were not going to make it home last year. Now, we all got shocked of how it happened, and Dak's going to take the bullet because he's the quarterback of the Dallas Cowboys. But we couldn't, Leo, we didn't make the Green Bay punt one time. Okay, that's defense wins champions. Okay, like we already outlined why the 49ers fans hate the Eagles. Well, because you knocked out Brock Purdy senseless at the link, and I would tell you that if you didn't, you might have lost. Okay, now I'm not saying you would have lost, but it would have been a lot closer. So,
I will say this: I am under no delusion that it would have been a much more competitive game than what it was. But at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying? My point, I maintain the point that you marched Mr. Irrelevant in front of a group of goons.
The Eagles were too good that year. I don't care.
That was like
they were getting their asses kicked that day.
It was just that was a goon squad, bro.
But we kind of helped you with that.
But what I'm saying is, what I was trying to get to was,
they beat our
you
asses,
won with defense, man. As good as you were a physical defense. You remember you lost the following year. You lost your defensive tackle that I can't think of right this second. He signed with
Javon Hargrave.
Yeah, he signed with the Niners.
With the San Fran.
CZ Brunson. Listen, I'm gonna be nice. I'm just gonna leave it. I'm gonna leave it nice. Me and Brunson, it is what it is.
You and LB don't get along?
No, I don't know him, but he blocks people that doesn't think he's right. A lot of people. So and I don't like that because you got to be able, if you're going to give it, you got to be able to take it. You got to be able to take it. And I don't think he does. He trolls like no other, and that's fine.
Oh, really?
He's a good dude, Drew. He blocks everybody who doesn't agree with him. So
I didn't know that. I didn't know that was
cool.
a thing.
He blocked Twiz for crying out loud, and he's an Eagle fan, and the Twiz disagreed with a point of view, so he blocked him. Nah. That's cheesy, man. That's wrong.
Everybody has a right to it.
But I don't know the guy personally. I'm saying as a YouTuber, I wouldn't advise that, which is why I always tell Brad, stop. Brad doesn't block anybody. He doesn't have the capability of blocking anybody.
Right.
What Brad will do is just time them out.
Right.
And, I'd like Brad to do that when people are getting Sandeep. He blocked him too. Yeah, man. Me and him got into it. And then I stopped when I realized his game. And then you go on the NFC Super Friends, and he's great on that show. He's actually very knowledgeable. It's just a shame that he's got rabbit ears. That's all. Right. It is what it is.
You know what? I always say, the interesting thing is that it's people are more invested in you than anything else. You know what I'm saying? I'm more interested in what you think versus what someone else thinks. You know what I'm saying? So I think, unless you're saying something directly to me or whatever.
I don't know for a fact, Drew. I don't
really think anything. Because here's the thing. If saying it and even saying their name, you give them power. You're empowering them. You see what I'm saying?
Yes.
Even if just by talking about them, you're empowering them. And in this market and everything like that, it's like, okay, the best thing you could do is not say anything. You know what I'm saying? Regardless, not respond to nothing. You know what I'm saying? You don't hear them. You know what I'm saying? They don't hear, that's because talking about them or anything like that is, whether good or not bad, whether you're right or wrong, you're empowering them by saying anything about them. That's the best response you could do. Elevate yourself, brother. You know what I'm saying? You're game time,
elevate.
All right, my man. You know what I'm saying? I'm just playing.
Mike Zimmer's and having linebackers while Cowboys talking defense. D-shift. That's why I was trying to tell Drew, and I get it why you would think that Dallas isn't going to be better defensively, but I don't get it because they didn't lose many starters. They have everybody back. It's, but again, there's a lot of question marks because
the bird section one, Philly D. It was the bird section one. They were trying to figure out how to get to the bird section.
A tiara, Philly D. They were 8-8 and missed the playoffs. How could they have gone on a run? They couldn't run the football or stop it. What year are we talking about, Tiara? Help me out. Dustin Roberts, he's never healthy. Cheese, like you call your defense, right? I don't know what that means. Proclaim.
Your Cowboys fans are talking about those two 49ers losses,
okay, 2019. Gotcha.
Yeah, it's like, no.
Yeah, that was Coach Clapp.
We were in them. That's when Dak needed to step up and play like Joe Montana and get us to that conference title game.
That's where he lost you. Wait.
Now, he lost me after the 49ers game. He really did. That one in San Francisco, he lost me after that. I said, we can't get it.
That was the second one or the first? The second one, right?
That was the second one. The second one in San Fran, when we lost that game, I told my dad, me and my dad looked at each other, and he said, before I even said anything, he said, we ain't going to win with this guy. I've been watching this team for over 40 years. We are not going to win with him.
And then when it happened last year in Green Bay, just really solidified it.
The debacle in Green Bay just solidified how my dad.
You have linebackers now in a rotation.
I get it.
Not great, but better.
I totally get how you arrived there.
That. D-shift is keeping it real.
I always said that the thing for me was, it just I said it. I noticed that it felt like this year it just seems like it was just a little harder for you guys to come back than the
Oh, it
years
definitely
past.
was. It definitely
You know what I'm
was.
saying? I'm just
So
like,
Yes,
that
I
was a
agree,
rough
Drew.
one, so
I'm
here's
concerned.
my whole thing is if we go 12-5 again, let's just say this, all Cowboys fans, we go 12-5 again. We're the second seed. We have 2 home playoff games. If we come out in that first game and Dak plays like ass and we get blown out, are you gonna say sign the man for $60 million?
If he sucks, hell no.
That's what I'm saying. In a way, it might be good. You know what I mean? It might be good that we're waiting. Plus, the whole November thing, like I've been saying it for a couple months too, and then Fish brought it up after I said it, believe it or not, because I don't know where I heard it from, but then I heard, possibly signing Dak in November, and I started thinking about it, and I'm like, it makes a lot of sense. It makes a lot of sense because now everything goes on the next year. You're basically putting it off for 2 years at that point, at least, So if he gets through that stretch, this is what I was saying earlier, Wade. If we, Drew's saying 2-5, right? Let's say we're 5-2. Now we're cooking with gas, right? So if we get off to a horrible start, wait, what I'm saying is if we get off to a 2-5 start, we're going to be very frustrated if we just sign Dak to a $60 million deal. No? You know what I mean?
Yeah, but I don't see us losing to the Browns and Baltimore. I do not see that happening. We're going to split those games. We're going to be 2-1 our first 3. Actually, we're going to be 4. We're going to be 4-1 the first. We're going to be 3-1 the first 4 weeks. So pick your loss in there.
So you think you're gonna
beat the Giants? We're gonna beat the Giants. We're gonna beat the Saints. Pick either one loss: the Browns or the Baltimore Ravens.
I would say probably. Possibly both. I think we're 2-2 after that, but I think we lose.
I think we're gonna beat the Browns pretty handily, dude. Deshaun Watson sucks ass.
I'm hoping you're right. If we go in and beat the Browns, then we're going to be 2-0 because we're coming home and beating the Saints. But
game time.
Get in here, Thomas.
Game time with Ben Cleveland because I'm going to be there.
Guys, I got to make a quick phone call. So could you guys make sure you get to the chat? Hello?
I'm just saying, people are acting like the Browns got a good quarterback. Deshaun Watson sucks ass.
Loyal.
I don't care what he says.
We gonna be clean because I'm gonna be there.
Loyal Cowboy.
Wait, don't you worry about nothing. We
Loyal
got this.
Cowboy.
Yeah.
We're gonna be Cleveland,
Can
dog.
you grab the chat? I gotta make a quick phone call.
Yeah,
All right.
I got you.
Well,
I mean, I'd take Jalen Hurts over Deshaun Watson. I'm sorry. Deshaun Watson just sucks.
Man, he fell off a cliff, man.
Calm down, Wade. Calm down, Wade. We're gonna be all right. We got
deep.
this.
That's deep.
We got
I
this.
can't stand Kyler Murray here either. Everyone talk, Kyler Murray's so great.
Drew, it is kind of an accomplishment because that's probably the best defense in the league right now. Coming into the season, Cleveland.
Who's that? Cleveland?
Yeah.
Okay, let me ask you something. Who do you like? What week do you guys have? Baltimore.
4.
Oh, 4. Yeah.
Week 4.
Shit.
Bro, immediately when Kyler Murray, if I'm the owner of the Arizona Cardinals, right when he came out and said, I don't study game, he doesn't study film, I'm already telling the coaching staff we're trading his ass. We can't win with this guy. He does not want to win. I need a quarterback like Tom Brady that's going to be in that film room every week, day in and day out, trying to get this shit done. I don't need a guy that's going to be playing video games on Madden and maybe I'll study film once or twice a week, because I'm just so good. Well, we'll win anyways. That's how Kyler Murray thinks.
That's what what's his name said about him. His old coach said my man was playing Call of Duty.
Yeah, this is the NFL. This ain't college football or high school football. Kyler Murray dominated in high school and college football. I mean, you ain't gonna do that in the NFL. You're gonna get beat down here in this league.
Yeah, you're right, Cody. Nick Chubb, I think, is hurt.
Yeah, Nick Chubb is gonna be out the first 4 games of the year.
Yeah, we don't even got to worry about Nick Chubb. We don't even got to worry about
Let me see.
Chubb.
What was your super chat, West Virginia Cowboy? Let me see what it says. Drew, same with your offense. Be fair. Okay.
Yeah, game time you had a super chat. I don't know if you saw it, Country Boy.
I'm just saying.
Who said Green Bay is better than the Browns?
Just saying,
Yep.
guys. So they don't have Nick Chubb, and we're facing
Hold
Deshaun
up.
Watson coming off.
I missed one or two. Let me see. Drew,
West
same
Virginia
with your
Cowboys sent
offense.
you a
Be
check.
fair. I got one. Just one, right? Yeah. Okay. I only missed one. Good. All right. Let me see here. You guys can talk. I'm just making sure I didn't miss anything.
No, I was just looking through the history of that. Yeah,
Thank
I'm not
you,
going to underestimate the
you're going in the
Browns.
hopper,
I
West
mean,
Virginia.
the Browns, they've came a long way. You know,
No,
they have.
I'm not underestimating the Browns, but people acting like, oh man, the Browns are.
I hope you're right, and I'm going to be streaming, and I'm going to be hoping that we can win. But I'm a little
We
skeptical.
got blown out in one game last year, besides the playoff game. During the regular season, we got one
Let
time.
me ask Leo, since he's not coming with a what's up, Bruce Banner? How are you? You're not coming with a fan, like you're not a fanboy. So honestly, if Dallas goes in and handles business by 10 points in Cleveland, I already asked you this earlier, but I'm going back. Are you changing anything about your thoughts on Dallas, or again, that don't mean nothing?
Right. No. Well, honestly,
just curious, because we know I will
it
be
influences
shocked.
how I think about my team.
No, I'm saying about Dallas. I'm saying
it influences how I feel about my team.
Oh, okay. Because I know, like Drew, he already said. I talked to him, and he was and I don't know that you were in here yet, but maybe you were. I don't know. I'm losing it. It's been a long. I'm surprised we were going this long, but he would be like, wow, okay. So I mean, because nobody's expecting them to win. We all know, like Dallas fans know they could win. But we keep hearing how great their defense is, right? Cleveland, they're very good. Deshaun Watson, I think, is going to have a good year, and a lot of people are sleeping on him. And Deshaun's back, his back is up against the wall. Now, not really, because they just restructured his contract, so that's out the window. What's that?
He's just coming off. Here's my argument to why we got a really good chance. He's coming off injury. And Nick Chubb is not playing.
Keep going. Don't stop. Because there's more to that too. Because I'm 100% in agreement with him, but I think there's more to it too.
Well, you got Nick Joker.
You need to add the fact that
you got Cooper and you got that other guy they signed, that wide receiver. So
you need to add the fact that this is Deshaun Watson's first real game, like
Cody showed 12-5
in years. Number three. You also have to realize it's game.
What are you working,
one.
Cody Show?
If there's ever a game that Dallas can just go in and somewhere and actually snatch up because the team is still trying to figure itself out, is in Cleveland. And I just realized that you guys are playing Baltimore week 3.
Yeah.
Which means that's a team that's still going to be figuring itself out too.
But it's a gauntlet, though. It's a gauntlet.
I understand that, but you might actually be able to snatch that one out. You know what I'm saying? We got on week 13.
Yeah, I agree with that. See, I do agree with that. I do.
Some are grindy games in the beginning. The Philadelphia Eagles got kind of a grindier schedule towards kind of like the middle end.
Yeah, he's right. Yeah, we do. Yeah, our schedule isn't all that kind to us at certain points in the season.
I could share the schedule. My stream is fine now, so I could share the schedule if you want. And we can go over it. I'm not going to give my prediction. Stay tuned this week.
Yeah, I've been waiting for that one.
Hold on. You guys take over. I'll share the screen in a minute. My wife's calling me.
Uh-oh.
And I'm not. Look, and I want the Eagles to be bad. I'm not an Eagles fan, but I think the Eagles are going to be good this year. I think the Cowboys are going to have a solid record this year. My thing with the Cowboys is, what are we going to do come postseason? That's it. That's it.
Yeah. We now and we get Cleveland week 6. You see what I'm saying? They're going to be a lot harder of a team to deal with in week 6 than they will be in week 1.
Yeah, but y'all should be catching your stride by then. They playing y'all in Philadelphia.
We'll also be a much harder team to deal with too, as well, barring no significant injuries of sorts by then. You know what I'm saying? But when you look at, because like I'm looking at our schedule now. We got Atlanta week 2 at home. You know what I'm saying? We have to go to New Orleans in week 3, and we got to go to Tampa Bay in week 4. The thing that bothers me is we have a week 5. I thought that having a week 5 bye was going to be a bad thing, but it actually may end up serving us well, because we'll have a mini bye later on in the season. You see what I'm saying? It may not be that good to get that much time off like that. You see what I'm saying?
One of those 11-day buys, or one of those 11-day kind of weeks.
Yeah, you know what I'm talking about. Yeah. And then
are going to be like, the week 1 game against y'all and the Packers. That's not a do or die game, but y'all need to win it, because they're going to be a playoff team in the NFC. It's a conference. It's a conference win, and it's a win over them if you're playing for home field later in the year. That little tiebreaker comes in handy.
I'm 1,000,000% in agreement with you. The thing about it is that rule, if there's ever a game that can be stolen from you, it's that week 1 game, because you're all still figuring yourselves out. These guys have been playing together under somewhat the same system and have had much more success under the same system than my guys have. You know what I'm saying? There's things about this team that I'm just putting. We're still figuring. We'll be figuring ourselves out a lot more for a lot more reasons than what Green Bay will be doing. So I'm nervous about this schedule. The last piece of film that they put out is what they did to y'all. You know what I'm saying? We got to deal with them. And they ain't really lose nobody other than AJ Dillon.
But you're seeing them week 1, so
right.
That
again,
could be good for you.
Yep. Exactly.
No, but I was just saying, the Leo game time, it's important for the Eagles to win. If you're looking at the grand scheme of things, they're an NFC team, they're an NFC playoff team, and then you're fighting for seeding. If you get that victory, that win could come in handy later for home field advantage. You're fighting with the Packers over home field.
And believe it or not, same thing goes into the game against New Orleans and Tampa Bay. You know what I'm saying? Not worried about Atlanta, but New Orleans and Tampa Bay, yeah. You know what I'm saying? Because we have to go to New Orleans and we have to go to Tampa Bay. At this point, what I really need is I need us to be a middle of the pack, close to the top 10 defense.
Yeah, I told Drew that I think I already have my 2 predictions for the excuse me. I already have my 2 predictions for the Giants and the Commanders, and I both have them at 8 and 9.
I got you, Drew.
So 8 and 9. I think the division is going to be rather close.
You talking about the NFC South?
No, the East.
The East?
I think our division is going to be close, and I think it's going to be Eagles and Dallas. And then the Giants and Washington with 8 wins. So I have them not too far out of the mix. It's not like there's going to be
I have Washington at 3rd.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know how it's going to shake down with divisional wins.
Yeah, I think that truth be told, I think Washington is going to do a lot better than we think. I do. I really do. You know what I'm saying? I don't know why. I just think they're going to do better.
I think the North and South are going to. I mean, the North and the West are going to be better.
When they get a chance, look at Washington's schedule. It's ridiculous.
Especially the North. I mean,
really? Is it rough?
Well, yeah. Well, I'll bring it up in a minute.
Okay.
The NFC North, I can see 3 teams with winning records over there: the Bears, Packers, and Lions. Yeah.
Hey, listen.
In the West, you got at least 2 teams: San Fran and the Rams.
Chicago.
Maybe Arizona, depending on how far along Marvin Harrison Jr. is with Kyler Murray.
Dustin Roberts, I agree with you. Why is this?
And D Hop, you see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Is D Hop healthy?
I don't know if he's healthy or not, but Marvin Harrison Jr. is good though.
So they might have something going on over there. Did Hassan get in? I just realized Hassan has a report.
Yeah. I don't care if anybody knows my prediction, but there you go.
What is it?
Philly
I got
11-6,
Dallas 10-7, Washington 8-9, New York 5-12. Okay.
That's where I'm at with it. I think you guys got a little bit easier schedule than us, but I think your guys are at least going to be a better, like a game or a game and a half better than us.
Okay.
All right, here's the schedule. Let me read it off to Leo here. Regular season, Washington at Tampa Bay.
Chat, West Virginia Cowboy.
Washington at Tampa Bay, 425.
At Tampa Bay, I go with Tampa Bay.
Home against the Giants.
Win.
On out there.
That's going to be like the Keystone Cops, but I give them the win against the Giants.
Yes. Yep, I agree. At the Bengals.
Loss.
I'm
That's
asking. I know what you think.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I know what
Go
you
ahead,
think.
Leo.
We've done this.
I gotta shut my mouth. I'll put myself on mute.
Okay, Joe Burrow.
Great shows. Thanks, West Virginia.
Joe Burrow's going. That's the game Joe Burrow's going to use to keep his stats.
Man.
So you got him at 1-2 at Arizona. West Virginia, you're in the hopper.
How short are we cutting it, Benny?
That's a loss for them.
That's what I'm saying. Now you got him at 1-3. I gotta pause. Wade. That's all I hear is. Home against Cleveland, Week 5. That's a tough one, right?
Yeah.
That's
after Week 4.
We can give him a win, right? We can give him a win there, but that's a tough one. That would be a great win for a rookie quarterback. So okay, so what's that? 2 and
4.
That's Week 5. We have them.
2 and 3, yeah.
Yes. So you got 2 and 3 at Baltimore. See, I told you it was tough. You talk about a gauntlet.
Yeah, they're gonna be 2 and 4.
All right, so here we go. Home against Carolina.
That's a win for them.
Yes. Home against the Bears.
Ooh.
I have them winning that, but
No, I actually have them losing.
Okay, but you know what I'm saying? It's not like a given.
Yeah.
And then
this
at the
is
Giants.
DeAndre Swift's first chance against the NFC East team to send a message. You know what I'm saying?
And then at the Giants, November 3rd.
I think they're going to win that game.
So they're going to sweep the Giants?
Yeah, I think they're going to sweep the Giants. Yeah,
all right. No, but you have them losing the Bears, so that's fine. Home against the Steelers. It's not easy, but I guess they can win it, right? It's not that easy.
I'm going to give them that. All right,
at the Birds.
That's an L.
Okay. Home against Dallas.
That's an L. That's an L.
Home against Titans. That's a win.
That's a win.
Yeah. Then they get their bye week, Week 14. That's the Saints.
Dope for them.
At the Saints. That's not like home against the Saints. That could be tough. They could win.
Yeah, that could be. Yeah,
but I mean, all right. Jaden Daniels finally coming.
I think they win that game.
Okay. Home against the Eagles.
No.
So they're going to lose to the Eagles.
Yeah, we're going to sweep
So
them.
at this point, they're probably way out of it. Week 17, home against Atlanta. How good do you think Atlanta's going to be?
And this week, that's our Week 17 game.
That's Week 17, home against Atlanta. After the Eagles, after they lost to the Eagles, probably got eliminated. Well, they're long been eliminated.
You know what? If Atlanta needs to win that game, they're going to lose.
And then they finish up in Dallas, which they haven't won in years. If Dallas needs to get, the only way they're winning that game is if Dallas is either out of it.
What's their record?
Okay. Did you have if you have them?
Well, you know what? Doesn't matter because if Dallas needs that game to get into
right,
the
that's
playoffs,
what I mean.
They'll win that game just to fuck it up.
So that's why I have them 8.
That's
like
a
when you
win.
really look
Okay.
at it, it was 8, 9 best. Everybody's you're 9, maybe 10. Okay, then this rookie quarterback's going to have to do things that I haven't seen in a while. I'm sorry against that unbelievably tough schedule.
I stand corrected because I didn't know what
at
that
Tampa,
was
home
like.
against the Giants, at the Bengals, at the Cardinals, home against Cleveland, at Baltimore. Come on, you're lucky to win one there. So,
and they may not even win that game against Cleveland.
You know what I mean? So when you really look into it, that's the deal. Oh shit! I missed the super chat. I think. West Virginia, Drew, you have been fair. He can be fair. Nobody's saying he's not fair. It's just when he's put in a corner, he strikes.
He anticipates you guys splitting with Washington.
It's possible. I said we would. Just like.
And you know what though, Washington is always a team that we always end up splitting with too. We always lose.
Well, let's face it.
Yeah.
You could own up to it or not, but you should have lost them both last year to Washington. You end up winning them both, so props to you. But Riverboat was horrible.
I agree with you, Mouse.
What happened?
Oh, he's saying you
Mouse. Dallas floor is 9-8. Yeah, that's kind of where I'm at. I think the biggest question in the whole division, and NFC East, the biggest question is how much of a difference, how much better can the Eagles defense be from ranked 30th? And what's it going to take for them to win the division? I'm being honest. Ask Leo. How much better? They ranked 30th. They lost Hassan Reddick. They gained a C.J. Gardner-Johnson, and they gained Huff, and they have a lot of young draft picks.
We just picked up Byron Young, yesterday, the defensive tackle from the Las Vegas Raiders. So we'll get to develop him for the next few years because he's still on his rookie contract. He's only been in the league a year. Milton Williams is coming up. This is a contract year for him.
I like Milton. But
he
was there last year.
Yeah, and he looks. Have you seen him this year yet?
No, but he's probably gone too because he's gonna get such a.
He's gonna pull a Javon Hargrave. You know what I'm saying?
Well, unfortunately, but it is what it is. Your defensive coordinator tried to trade for him when he was in Miami last year. So,
he sure did.
Milton Williams is the guy who could really help if he can raise his game. And I like when guys are playing for a contract. Truth is,
and guess what? We can actually afford to pay him because he's the only defensive tackle that comes up for a contract. You know what I'm saying? Jordan is eligible after this year, but it's just be his third year. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then Jalen doesn't come up until doesn't become eligible for another year. You see what I'm saying? Because this is Jalen's second year. So the way these guys are staggered, you know what I'm saying, from a contract perspective, if Howie does his due diligence, he could do the same thing on the defense with getting guys signed a lot sooner than what he did, the way he did on offense, getting Jordan, Jalen, and Milton under contract.
But I think that's the key to your season. Your defense gelling in order to have postseason success. I think your offense is going to be good.
They need to get to by the middle of the season. They need to be a middle of the pack defense.
15. That's what I said.
And then by the end of the season, they need to be in
around the top 10 mark.
Yep, somewhere in that.
I'll tell you one thing though.
Mouse
both
says
of our teams are going to
Eagles
be in the
defense
top
needs
5.
to be top 15 to 20, not top 10. Mouse. Okay. I'm sorry, Chris. Go ahead. I had to get to that.
I was just saying, both of our offenses are going to be in the top 5 at least. Dallas and Philly.
Yeah, well, you know what? When I like in my mind, I'm just like, you look at from a skill position perspective. You know what I'm saying? We're talking Jalen Hurts, Devontae Smith, Jahan Dotson, Saquon Barkley, Dallas Goedert. You know what I'm saying? And okay, and you want to do what? You got enough players. You got number ones on your defense at all those skill positions. All of them.
Come in here chirping, Yeppa.
You know what I'm saying? Like, if you think about it, forget the quarterback. Let's not let's take the quarterback out of the equation. Let's just look at Saquon, AJ, Devontae, Dallas, and Jahan. Them 5. You got to count. You got 5 number ones on that on your defense to account for.
No.
Somebody's got to get open.
Right.
Somebody will get open. That's why
I said if you score 30 points, you'll overcome a lot of what that defense.
Hey, thank you, Game Time.
Right.
Yes, that's my point.
That's what Dallas did last year.
That's not sustainable though for the whole season.
It's not. Well, you worry about in the big games that you can't stop anybody, kind of like what Dallas did last year, and you looked embarrassing.
The shootouts. we have to. Turn into a shootout. Like you know what I'm saying. We need them to be goons. You know what I'm saying. If we can get and the way things are looking, at least for the next couple of years. That defense is being coached well, moved, built upon in a way that they're going to be relevant for if Howie does what he did on defense like he did on offense, and he actually has a actual ability to be able to. He might be able to pull that shit off. Where these guys and then all you do is just build on them for the next 3 years, with draft picks and stuff like that. Just keep them coming. My man is doing it, man. Later, Loyal.
Hey, gang. Yeah, I'll say it. I'll talk to y'all later.
I'm going to stop the stream anyway, but I think I'm going to do a stream tomorrow afternoon for some.
Okay.
Yeah, if you guys want to hop on, I'll definitely do the drawings tomorrow. We're not far away. My bad, Twiz, the Texas heat and my blood boiling. Oh, so you're from Texas. Nice. Drew, I think you know. All right, Loyal, I'll talk to you tomorrow. Are you gonna be around?
Yeah, well, it depends on what time you talk about doing it.
I don't know. Nothing late. I got my live with Phil tomorrow night.
Yeah, because I know my Buckeyes play tomorrow 3:30, but if not tomorrow, maybe Sunday.
Twiz,
peace. I do it.
Later,
all right. Yes, we're. Then that's cool. I'm gonna stop the stream tonight,
and I'll see y'all on the 1st for the draft.
All right, man. All right, man.
All right, y'all take it easy.
All right.
Later, y'all.
I will close out the video. But yes, tomorrow I'm gonna do a live stream during the afternoon for a little bit. I'll be able to we're only a few bucks away. We'll do a couple giveaways. Thanks, JoJo. I apologize for the weirdo that came in and was, that's what happens when I try and be nice. That's what happens. But yes, I'll definitely have a couple giveaways tomorrow. So make sure you tune in. If not, we'll carry it over to the Sunday live stream. I thank everybody so much. All right, I will talk to everybody tomorrow. Let me get my outro. I don't have my act together. All right, everybody. I'll see everybody tomorrow afternoon. Later. Bye.